Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Blue Clouds Media. My name is Nate Zion, as usual. Today is the day as the penultimate dates are being counted down. You know what? It's Twitter is blowing off. Twitter is blowing off with the news of Enzo Fernandez. We will see today if Enzo deal will go through, or are we gonna wait until the last minute? As I say, last minute are always dangerous. Are we going to wait until the couple minutes to the end of the transfer window, which is tomorrow, to see whether the deal will go through? Is it what we are waiting for? If that's the issue, absolutely. We got a lot to cover today. I have titled it Enzo Fernandez Show. Lots to talk about Enzo Fernandez. The new broke up yesterday, but unfortunately, I did not stream yesterday. I gave some time off yesterday for the family as well. So yeah, we're back, and everyone is doing very well. I'm happy to see all of us here. Just Blue Clouds Media community is blowing up. We got 14 of us watching. We hope the rest will follow up later on as the show continuing. Also, we have a special guest who will be here, who will join us very soon later on. He's a man that has contributed a lot to the Chelsea community. No one else but CFC OG. I know a lot of you might know him, some don't know him, but then we're gonna have him on the platform here very soon. He will join us here. But then, like I said, we have a lot of news to cover. Lots of news to cover, and I'm gonna start from all it has to do with Enzo Fernandez. And I know lots of you will be happy to hear this news, but only if CFC will pull this deal out. That's all we are waiting for at this moment. Chelsea officially fly to Portugal yesterday to seal the transfer for Benfica Enzo Fernandez. That should tell you how Chelsea are serious about this deal. It's been reported by numerous media outlets out there. Also, Chelsea are ready to copy their strategy, which won the race for Mihailo Modric in the pursuit of Benfica midfielder Enzo Fernandez this month. So that should tell you they're trying to find different model in a way they can attract this. As a player, I've already indicated he wants to go to Chelsea, but it's all up to the deals and terms and how Chelsea are looking forward to pay this deal to Benfica. Is Benfica willing to accept the way Chelsea? It's all about personal terms and deals, but the player don't have a problem moving to Chelsea. When it comes to agreement, he will accept it. Chelsea make British record bid for Fernandez, which is Enzo Fernandez, and are optimistic a deal can strike at this. As talks are still continuing, Enzo Fernandez has asked Benfica to sell him to Chelsea before the end of the January transfer window, which is being tweeted by lots of media outlets over there, and also exclusively from Fabrizio Romano today, a couple hours ago, as he said, Everton have submitted a bid to sign Conor Gallagher from Chelsea. I don't know what the fans are thinking. I know a lot of fans don't want to see Conor Gallagher goes away. But then, this is in the news. Conor Gallagher, Everton fans have put a bid for him, and it's looking like 40 million proposal plus 5 million add-on. Chelsea will make a decision soon, as there are also other club interested in Gallagher. The player himself hasn't made a decision for his future yet. Tottenham and Chelsea have agreed a fee to sign Chelsea under 21 striker Jude Sonsup, Sonsup Bell to bolster, Sonsup Bell, and also to booster the club's academy. This is what we'll be talking about. There's a lot to digest, a lot to talk about, and also there are other news. Chelsea, like I said, Chelsea has agreed on and Tottenham for the forward January striker. As we've talked about, Chelsea also back again with Enzo Fernandez. Sanderberg update. We will talk about Sanderberg update. Bissouma and Ziyech exchange on the card. Also, Declan Rice update. Joao Felix update. We know he could return for the fixture against Fulham. Joao Felix update is on the table. Moises Caicedo update. Also, Victor Lindelof update. Anthony Elanga transfer update. Also, in the topic of the day, we can get into it. If we can't get into all the topics, there is another day tomorrow. But today's show mostly is it's all about Enzo Fernandez, Anthony Elanga's situation. Also, transfer update. Like I said, Liverpool thrown out an FA Cup by Brighton. How Liverpool lost that game. Where I don't know what's going on with Liverpool, but we have a Liverpool fan also on our platform who might join us later on to see what is wrong with Liverpool, how Jurgen Klopp is taking things. Will he still be with the football club by the end of by the end of the summer transfer window? Will Jurgen Klopp leave, or will he be sacked? That's what also we will be looking at too. By the way, I have my special guest with me. Not yet. I think I have my co-host, which is Stavi. Everyone knows Stavi on this platform. If you don't know Stavi on this platform, Stavi is ticket Chelsea, CFC ticket holder. He knows inside and outside of Chelsea very, very well. He will take us through some of his rumors and deals going on with the Chelsea Football Club, and what's his opinion in regards to Enzo Fernandez. Does he think that Enzo will be coming on? I'm not so sure if it will go through, but there are so many news that think that it looks like the deal can happen. So let's get into the conversation, guys. Also, welcome everyone in the comment section. If you are there, do not forget to put your comments in. Put your comments in there. Let us know what you make of this wonderful news that is circulating through the news media in regards to Enzo Fernandez and then all that. So yeah, let me introduce my co-hosts. Big up to Stavi and Steven, guys. Welcome back to the stream again. And then if you're watching us from Facebook, you're watching us from YouTube, let us know where you're watching us from as the community keep growing. I'm going to introduce my co-hosts, as you guys know them already. Then we're going to get into the comment section below. So yes, guys, welcome back to the stream.
Thanks for having me as always.
As
I'm just typing something in our stream chat, by the way.
Okay. Stavi, welcome back.
Yeah. Hello, everybody. Both in the live chat and on the panel. I'm not thanking you for having me on because I'm getting tiring me out.
Okay.
Every day I'm joking.
I know.
Yeah, go on. You want me to give you some news?
No, I just welcome you guys and let us know how your day is going. A little bit of that before we get into the discussion of Enzo Fernandez. Then before we get that, I have to go to the comment and read a little bit of the comment. Then we'll get the discussion going. So it wouldn't sound like I'm ignoring all the viewers. We got 36 of us watching at this moment. It's very, very important, guys. It's very, very important for the platform. The more like you put on the video, it makes the video travel to lots of people so they can know what Blue Clouds Media does on this platform. Like I said, my name is Nee Zion, as usual, a very, very, very strong Chelsea fan. And also, we'll be seeing a CFC OG on the platform as our special guest very soon. He said he should give him 15 more minutes and he would join us here. But yeah, so here we go, guys. Stavi, how's your day going?
Same as usual. I've been laid in bed most of the day, taking my medicines and all that stuff, but I'm all right.
All right, thank you. It's always a pleasure to have you on the platform as we discuss so many news going on in regards to Enzo Fernandez. As is going right now, breaking news: Arsenal exploring possibility of Jorginho. Arsenal are one of the options that are exploring Jorginho. Arsenal has been very, very busy in this transfer window. They're exploring the trying to get Mihailo Modric. It couldn't work through. They couldn't get that. They've got I think Leonardo Trossard from Brighton. They're trying to fight very hard to see if they can get Caicedo. Also, Chelsea are fighting with Arsenal in the signature of that player. But it looks like Chelsea are still trying to go in for their main target, which is Enzo Fernandez, Argentina wonder kid who was awarded the young player of the just ended World Cup at Qatar. So we'll be looking into that also. Before we get into the topic, let's see. Okay, Melissa from Facebook said hello and is giving me a love here. Thank you very much for those that are watching us from Facebook and then all other platform. And then before we get it going, let me get this out of the way, and then we can continue with the show. So I have to acknowledge everyone. I want to say thank you, everyone that has tuned in to this program today. It is all sports. It's all Chelsea news. It's not just Chelsea news. We cover lots of news on this program. If you heard me from beginning, I went on about Chelsea back again with the Enzo Fernandez deal, Berge update, Bissouma and Ziyech exchange also on the card. Declan Rice update, Joao Felix. We know he got a sustained that red card he took from that game, which saw him out. He missed 3 games, so there's an update on him. Is he back? Can he feature in our next game? We also are going to look at it. Joao Felix update, like I said, Moises Caicedo update, and also Victor Lindelof, Manchester United fan player. We will look into that. Also, in the Anthony Elanga transfer update. So I'm not just a Chelsea guy. I'm a sports fanatic, and I love association football, and that is what we're gonna do here. So yeah, if you're joining us, for the two of us watching it, don't forget to like the video, subscribe. If it's your first time joining us here, do not hesitate to keep a bell notification icon active, so when we go live at any time, you wouldn't miss anything from this platform. I really appreciate everyone spending time with us here. So we're gonna start from Phantom of Minute topic set fit to hit the like. I want an end to this transfer window support tap in Harvest with a nice link play. Okay, wow, I 133 love you said wow, hello already. 9 likes, my brother. And your stream hasn't even started yet. Keep up the great work. Thank you very much. At least someone appreciate what I'm doing here, and it's very important. We got this is from Blue Clouds Media. Welcoming everyone to the platform. Enzo, this is Santiago. Big up to my big brother here, Santiago, as usual, always returning to the platform. Santiago, shout out to you, my brother. And then also we have here CFC OG said it will be there in 15 minutes, brother. Absolutely, take your time. We're here. We're not going anywhere. CFC will spend some time with us and take us through and give us some updates on how we see the Enzo Fernandez deal. We want to see the capabilities, his strength, and what he can do that some of our players that we have at this moment are not doing for us. So it's very important to have someone who has really dedicated his life so much and have done so much for Chelsea fans. We would like to hear from him, and it's our special guest for the day. So yeah, hello, Asma, Mr. Asma, big brother said hello, coach. I'm not. You made a mistake. I'm not coach. Coach is my brother. Chelsea perspective, coach. Welcome back again. Our dream comes true at least. Yes, Mr. Asma. My name is Nee Zion. Don't forget, love from Somalia again. Oh, I love Somalia. I know what they've been through in the past, but then with all love, shout out to all Somalians. Big up to you. And Asma said, Josh should have started his position at Chelsea as co-director. Okay, director of recruitment, having agreed compensation with Southampton to release him from his notice earlier. Thank you for delving into that. Thank you for that information, my brother, Mr. Asma. You always giving us news, and it's very important. Hello, my brother. You're doing a great job. Keep it up. Keep it up, the good job. Hope all are doing well. Don't forget to hit that like button. Yes, people, don't forget to hit that like button. It's very important. Fabrizio, Arsenal approach Chelsea for Jorginho. It's now an option in case Caicedo deal won't go through, with Brighton still reluctant to sell. Yeah, it looks like from what I heard from Giuseppe and Giuseppe, he doesn't want to sell the player because he's trying to fight very hard for an European position. If he doesn't get Champions League, he wants to be at least play for the Europa League competition. And I love his ambition and his enthusiasm that he's brought to Brighton Football Club. Vena Ishwala said, Enzo, I know how everyone wants to see the Enzo deal going through. Come on, fans. 8, I think, new people who are joining us today. Don't forget to hit the like button and then subscribe to the channel. Absolutely. Thank you very much. I 123 love you. Chelsea, I think his name is Chelson says it's confirmed Enzo 130. Yes, there've been a lot of confirmation in regards to how much Chelsea have put into that. So yeah, we'll be looking at there, and it's confirmed. Yeah, we've seen that happening. And also, will we consider that selling J5 to Arsenal will be strengthening a rival or all the opposition? This is Chelsea Perspective. It's a big up, people. Big up to you, my big brother. Chelsea Perspective. Absolutely. OJ, big up to you.
Big up, brother. Man, good.
Yeah, big up. Checking in. I'm here. Chat. We have a very big, you know what? A big Chelsea fan here with us. That's a special guest. I have. Let me introduce Ryan to the stream before we talk about our big brother here. So, Ryan, how you doing today?
I'm doing good, Nizan. Good to be here. I can't believe that Jorginho news. I'm sure we're going to discuss it shortly. So.
Definitely. Jorginho news is a bit shocking. Enzo is coming. Top 4 is now on. Yes, it's now a must. Absolutely. Everyone is looking out for the two brothers supports the same club. Lucky I have a lot of rivalries. Welcome to the stream, my brother. OJ.
Yes, brother. How you doing?
It's always a pleasure to have a big fan like you here.
How you doing? Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good. I am traveling, so I ain't got the best setup on the mic or the camera, but I definitely want to make it. I want to be here today. I want to be here tomorrow. When I saw the Jorginho news, I was shocked. The Enzo news, I've been waiting on that all day. I'm sure a lot of fans have been refreshing, their Twitter, their online pages, just waiting for the confirmation. But yeah, it's all looking good for Chelsea now. Top 4 races on, just as a comment said before.
Okay, yeah, we can't wait. We can't wait to get. That's what I keep doing all day, man. We can't wait to have this guy go through. Some people are trying to put some salt in this wonderful news, trying to make it sound like it's not gonna go through. It's gonna be a difficult deal to pull through. But I believe Chelsea can do it. I believe. As now, I have a little report here from one of our co-hosts. Said, have you seen the Duncan Castle report from nearly 2 hours ago? Which I think is talking about Enzo. Duncan Castle is talking about Enzo. So yes, Chelsea fans.
Yeah, the
can't
one
wait
from
to...
just after 5 o'clock. Are you guys seen it?
Yes. Let's start from our special guest. I don't know how long I'm gonna have him. I don't know how long I'm gonna have him, but he said he'll be.
I've got an hour.
Okay, an hour. So yeah, we can have a OG for an hour, and then we can have him tomorrow too. Tomorrow is gonna be all day, guys. All day. We'll be here all day long. So I'll be very happy if OGs. Yeah, Sky Sports. Right. Yeah.
We've tried it before, and literally, whenever there's news, we're like, okay, we gotta go.
There was one time that I tried it all day and then I fell asleep, But this time I gotta get myself more coffee with me over here to stay up. Okay. Let's start with the Enzo Fernandez. He says Enzo Fernandez special today, and I'm gonna start with OJ, my big brother here. Where do we see this going? Give us everything you know about.
Boy,
Enzo,
I can't believe we're breaking the record for this guy. Like they pushed us. And honestly, they've taken advantage of us a little bit. I feel like our special relationship with Benfica, it's not so special no more. It's all about the money. So I'm happy to have him in. His profile is rare. We needed him. Honestly, I've been watching him before the World Cup. I knew this guy's gold. Like when they finished top of their group, that was the reason. Like Benfica, though, they did push us, and I'm not happy about it to the degree where I really want to draw them in the Champions League next, hopefully. After we beat Dortmund, of course. I really want to, get a bit of payback on Benfica. And I've been thinking now all day, like, who's Enzo going to replace to make the Champions League team? Well, you're hearing rumours of players going out. Hopefully one or two of them, like Gallagher might go or Ruben Loftus-Cheek. If that's the case, we can slip him in the Champions League team. But right now, I'm just happy he's coming, man. We really need to play like this. With the injuries coming back, like Kante and Zakaria, I can see good things happening. Then I see here, Joseph just said Jorginho must go, too slow. I like that. I like that little rhyme. I want him to go as well, man. Let him go Arsenal, bro. It'll be like Willian 2.0. You know what I'm saying? Agent. Let him go.
And I know a lot of the front base don't really like the Jorginho's work rate at the football club. We know he's very slow. We know he doesn't progress with the ball. So this is what we'll be looking at also. What are we supposed to get from Enzo Fernandez in terms of his work rate, what he provides? I haven't watched much of Enzo Fernandez, but we don't know. A lot of Chelsea fans don't know. We've watched a few clips. I know some have watched few games because of his highly linked with the football club. What can Enzo do to provide for the football team at this moment that we don't get from Jorginho?
Jorginho, man, he's been struggling with threading those passes through like he used to. Honestly, Enzo not only does that. If you see Enzo's stats, he's in the top 99 percentiles for assist. And if a lot of people don't really rate the pre-assist, but the pre-assist for me is one of the most important things. The ball you played just before the ball's played and then the goal comes. And he's got a high again. He's up there with the pre-assist. And obviously, I'm sure everyone saw him in the World Cup. You know, he scored a couple. He was instrumental. Man, like Messi is always rating him. But boy, J5's done. This guy has speed, power. He's gonna get a couple of GNA, and I don't mean from penalties because that's all J5's been doing like recently. If he gets any goals, you know it's a penalty. You know what I'm saying? I see Arsenal new penalty taker. Enzo can be our new penalty taker. You know what I'm saying? I'll be happy to have him take them. I'm sure he's gonna hit the ground running. He's gonna play a majority of the game. He's always match fit. He's only been injured once in his career. For me, that's a big thing. That's a big thing because this is a team that we always for some reason find our players getting injured. So I'm hoping he comes. He makes a splash, and he's really his style of football is fast and aggressive to a degree. Like he's good at handling the ball under pressure, and he doesn't get tackled much. So I reckon he actually is built for the Premier League. And with Portuguese signings, it's like 50-50. Either they're perfectly built for the Premier League or it doesn't go their way. I think he'll be the former. I reckon he'll straight away bang, click with Chelsea, start producing the GNA. And as I said, the pre-assist, you got to watch out for the pre-assist as well. I count that in my books. I wish the Fantasy Premier League did. But yeah, man, I reckon he's going to help us finally create chances. I'm just hoping Aubameyang and maybe when, what's his name? Who else can play? Madueke, Nkunku next season. But right now, I'm hoping Aubameyang gets more chances as well as Kai Havertz. And then no one can have more excuses. No one can have excuses. If the chances are coming and we're still not converting, it's obviously their fault. But right now, we don't really have the chances, so we can't really blame man like Havertz or Aubameyang too much.
Yeah, the chances are coming now, and just like OG said, everything will be on Aubameyang. Will Aubameyang get all those service? People say Aubameyang is not getting the service from the midfield. Some could argue it's right. Some could argue that Aubameyang is being lazy in that form, but then it all happened. Let's see if we can get. We have more players now. We haven't seen much of what do you call it? Mihailo Modric. We haven't seen much of him, but the little glimpse we saw from his first game, we know we have a player in our hands. Absolutely, so silky, guys. Do not hesitate. I'll come back to the comments. I want the chat, the panel to flow a little bit, and I'll take some couple of minutes and I'll read all the comments. They're very, very important. You over there are more important than me sitting over here because you make this platform what it is. So yeah, I really respect all your comments that are coming in, and you know me, Nee will always read these comments that comes in. Guys, let's go back to my co-hosts. 3 of them over here: Stavi, Steven, and Ryan. Who wants to go first in terms of these news surrounding Enzo Fernandez, guys? Let me have OG will take a drink. So yeah.
Do you want to go from the top, work your way down?
Yeah, I'll
start from left. Stavi is on my left, so I'll start from there. Then I work my way to Steven and then Ryan.
Yeah, I'm pulling age rank anyway. I've only just stopped laughing at the news that Jorginho could go to Arsenal. When the stream finishes, I'm going to have a pint of beer with the wife to celebrate. Even though I don't drink alcohol, right?
A beer would do.
No, I don't drink beer either. I think Enzo's a done deal. Right, I don't want to make myself look stupid. If we've offered the buyout clause, they can't say no.
We offered more than it in the end.
Yeah, well, whatever. Right, we've surpassed the buyout clause, so they can't say no. He didn't turn up for training again today, so he obviously wants the move. He's told him that. So I think it's a done deal. The thing that matters now is who the 3 are going to be out of all the signings who go into the Champions League team, because everybody that we've signed has played in UEFA competition, so you can only field 3 of them. Enzo would be one, Felix and Woodrick, I think, would be the 3. I had a conversation with Blue Blood earlier in the day, and we pretty much agreed on what OG just said. Right? People are saying they're seeing the wrong strengths, in his game, we've seen the deeper strength, the resistance of press, his ability to break up attacks, his ability to turn sharply, reading the game, smelling danger, and of course his range of passing, including the secondary assist, as OG said. So we had this discussion today, myself and Blue Blood, because on another stream, what they were talking about, he's going to do this, he's going to do that, he's going to be further up the pitch and all that stuff. Well, sorry, but that's going to be Mudrick, and it's going to be whoever the other two are in the front three. So it's not going to be him, right? Our issue is more defensive and creation from deep, and he brings that. It's not just about him getting forward. Yeah, he can carry the ball forward, right? But it's not why we're buying him. To me, right? The obvious thing is we're buying him because of his creativity and his defensive capabilities, right? Carrying the ball and shooting and all that is secondary. He's there to win the ball, break up attacks, and then create chances, bringing the front three and the two full-backs into the game and whoever's playing next to him. That will allow, if Kante's staying, it allows Kante to play as well. If we drag back Gallagher or Mount to play next to them in the three with Kante, that allows them, Mount or Gallagher, to attack as well. Right, so it means we can basically have a 6-pronged attack, right? Even 7 in some instances, and he'll give that stability that we had with Makelele because of his reading of the game, and he's got the strength and the pace Makelele didn't have, and he's a cross between Makelele, Essien, and Kante. You can take all their best attributes.
All right, Stubby.
But the deal's done. They can't refuse it now.
Yeah.
They're only arguing about how it's going to be paid. Right, go on.
Thank you very much, Stubby. Stubby has a lot. If you guys know Stubby got a lot of stuff there. He will talk and give us all the details, and then even everything. So yeah, Stubby, we'll come back. We'll come back to you again. Let's go to I think it's Steve. Steven, we have you right there, Steven.
Yeah, like I said in our message, I wasn't sure if you guys had seen the Duncan Castle one. For people who aren't aware of who he is, he's essentially Jorge Mendes' mouthpiece.
That's is that the agent of Cristiano Ronaldo?
But we're using him as an intermediary for these discussions.
Okay, thank you very much.
And yeah, so 5:10 by UK time, so nearly 2 hours ago, he put out a report saying Benfica and Chelsea set to agree record transfer fee for Enzo Fernandez, €130 million offer, which will compensate Benfica for the payment by instalments. He missed training as he pressed the Lisbon club to reach a compromise on the deal. So yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, we paid 10 million over the clause. But we was never going to trigger the clause anyway, because of the type of clause it is, we would have to put it on FFP books as just everything in the first year, because it's a buyout one. So essentially, he has to pay it, and then we pay him or something like that, to that effect. So it goes on the books for the first year compared to if it was actually a release clause or whatever. It's complicated. I tried to explain it before, but yeah, bit complicated, but it looks like it's definitely moving in the right place, because so basically you have Rui Costa, who was meant to go to some sort of celebratory meeting. He cancelled that to basically sort all this stuff out, tie up this deal. And look, we saw the earlier. I think it was Ornstein initially about Gallagher. As much as we're like, yeah, you've got to take that he's not going to accept going to Everton, if we're being honest. And I think that's probably already been said and rejected. But what that does do is it says to Chelsea, look, you've got a club willing to pay this. Now, if you do sell Gallagher, that's basically where you're going to go now. You're not going to accept less when you've already had an offer of that. Even if it's a loan with an option or obligation, you're going to go, okay, well, we had an offer of this amount. We are not accepting any less than this if you put any kind of clause to buy. But yeah, on Jorginho, he runs out a contract 6 months. Send him to Arsenal, Chelsea's retirement home. Happy days. We get Enzo in. Celebrate.
All right, thank you very much, Stephen. OG, I realize you got something you want to say before you go to my brother here, Liverpool.
I'll just say that makes sense what you're saying about the FFP, man. If we done the whole, if we brought it out outright, we had to pay it all at once, including the taxes. But yeah, the way we're doing it, I just want to see how long it's going to be, whether it's going to be 6 or 7 years or maybe even 8 years, because you know we don't even do 5 years no more. That's a thing of the past at Chelsea. Until they change the rules, right now we're going to spread it out over the time, you know. And I'm sure he's going to be on a high wage. I'm sure that's the one thing I really want to know. I want to know how much he's getting, whether it's 150, 200 with bonuses, or is he going to get paid a set amount, like 250k a week without bonuses? I prefer the bonuses. I know Todd Boehly's going for that structure because it incentivizes the players. You know, you want to get their stats up with them how much they play.
It also lowers wages as well in general.
Yeah, I reckon it'll be around 200 base.
Wages.
In general, it will lower the wages because they'll put a lower base wage and pile it up with incentives. So you get Champions League football, wage goes up.
And obviously, we got a lot of injury problems. So if it is, you know, you get more for every game, the appearances, I want all players to have that at Chelsea, you know, because it's not fair, you know, getting paid bucket loads when you're injured half the season. But yeah, if we could give them nice bonuses and keep replicating our other players, I'll be happy. I'll prefer it to be also over 6 to 7 years. 8 years is a bit too much.
The interesting thing you said is about the length of contract, right?
Yeah, sorry, Stephen. This is what I'm going to say in regards to those long contract deals. You know, it has its own implication on Chelsea. Let's say a player doesn't perform very well. I mean, he be stuck to the club for quite a long time, and then because you know there are pros and cons on these long contract deals. As of now, if the player is performing very, very well, Chelsea got it. We all have a benefit of the player. But then once this injury sets in and it's not playing, and you know we can't sell him, meaning he's stuck to 8 years, 7 years. That's the disadvantage of that long contract going on. So sorry, you guys can go ahead. Stephen, I took the microphone away from you. Sorry.
Yeah, what I was going to say just quickly is what was being said about the length for contracts is, let's be honest. If if they weren't bringing in this new ruling, right, like UEFA, FIFA, whatever, weren't bringing in this new ruling about you can only amortize over 5 years, this would not be happening so aggressively right now. But because they're trying to change that, we've gone, okay, let's exploit it one last time, and then it's done. If it even comes into effect, because I think they've got to have some sort of vote, as we keep saying on this platform. So if it does come into effect, we're ahead of it. We've got a lot of top players in January, no less, and we've got them on long deals in the hardest window. And immediately improve our squad. It's meant to be the toughest window, do business, and we've made it look easy.
Oh, man, thank you very much, Stephen G. We're gonna go to Ryan. Ryan, welcome again. And what do you have for us in regards to these news circulating around the social media platforms? Facebook, Twitter, everywhere, TikTok, everywhere. Enzo Fernandez blowing up the social media platforms.
Yeah,
what's the take on it?
Yeah, listeners on. Obviously, I don't know. I'm sure most of the viewers know I'm not a Chelsea fan, so I'm a little bit unique here. I'm a Liverpool supporter, but first kind of sentiment feeling that comes to me is I'm just jealous, man. You know, you're signing Enzo Fernandez. Look at our midfield: bloody Henderson, Fabinho, Thiago, and you're signing
Chamberlain,
the
Oscar
best.
Chamberlain.
Oh God, the list goes on. Please, it's too painful to list them all. But yeah, you guys are signing or due to sign the best young player at the World Cup. And yeah, I think all the panelists, they've raised kind of the key points here. I also read something similar that Rui Costa cancelled a dinner to sort out this deal. So as staff kind of said, it's now just up to negotiating and agreeing the commercials. The player wants to join you. He hasn't trained yesterday or today. And I also agree with, I think, what Stephen was just mentioning there about FIFA changing the financial fair play amortization rules with regards to the accounting, putting that 5-year cap, and that clearly has kind of stimulated and accelerated Chelsea to, I think, do this deal now before those rules change. And yeah, Stephen already mentioned the commercials that Chelsea are offering 130 million euros, so 10 million over the release clause. And yeah, so many combinations. I think Stav mentioned it as well.
Yeah.
You can play in a 3-man midfield with Kante and Mount, and yeah, it's just gonna boost your midfield. It'll be gold. It will just be incredible. Really, I can't wait to see him in the Premier League, and it is amazing. The pool Chelsea has, despite being 10th in the Premier League. First Mudryk, then Felix, and now Enzo Fernandez. I mean, and look at Arsenal. They're struggling to sign Caicedo, and you guys have signed Mudryk, Felix, and now Enzo. It's amazing. And yeah, this if touch wood for you guys, this all transfer goes through before 11 p.m. tomorrow. It will break the previous British transfer record, which I think is Grealish. So yeah, it's a big transfer, and yeah,
that is very true. As Matt Law tweeted earlier on today, he said, Chelsea. I think what did he say earlier on? He says Chelsea make British record bid for Enzo Fernandez, and are optimistic to a deal can be struck as talk is still continuing, which is much. It is true. We're gonna go ahead to the comment. I have a lot. Let me read a little bit of it. And this is coming from Joseph. Big up to you, Joseph. Guys, we got 45 of us watching the stream, and we only got 27 likes. We can do much better. Don't you like to see OG over here? Big Chelsea fan, Stav, Steven, Ryan. I'm here myself. Big up, guys. If you guys follow him, why wouldn't you follow the platform? You don't have to put a like on the video. He's done a lot for the Chelsea community. So yeah, I have him here today. Whilst you're here watching him, it's you don't have to put a like on it. We really appreciate it. The junior must go. Go ahead, OG.
I'll say give a like for Enzo, man. If you like Enzo, you want to coming in, got to put a like on this video, bruv. I love that you got a Liverpool man here, bruv. I always do the same thing. I always have one of the Liverpool. I like the neutral perspective, The Man United fans are a bit sour, and the Man City fans are extra sour. They don't forget the Champions League win for some reason. It is what it is. And listen, you mentioned Mason Mount. I think he's going to do better now with Fernandez. Is he going to do much better? I'm not sure, because he has to. He really has to do much better. He needs to get very good goals and assists, or else you guys will be in for him next season at this rate. You know what I mean?
Yeah, let me read a few of these comments, and then I'll give the platform to OJ to say and talk. I'll give him almost about 5 minutes to 10 minutes to talk, because I'm only going to have him for an hour. So this is coming from my brother here. He said, Joseph, big up to you, Joseph. Jorginho must go too slow, which a lot of you will agree with you. Enzo is coming. Champions League title is realistic now. Yes, we can fight very hard. FFS Jorginho to Arsenal. What the F am I reading? Oh, Gunnar, slow down. Gunnar, slow down. We need J5. His experience at least until the end of the season.
He doesn't want him. That's what he's saying.
I know. Blue blood. Big up to you, brother. Big up to you. Another Chelsea legend. I'll say legend in terms of has paid so much. He's done a lot for Chelsea fan. He lives in London at this moment, guys. He's also a Chelsea season ticket holder. He's watched lots of games. So yeah, big up to Blue Blood. And Joseph said that Jorginho and Ruben should leave immediately. Also, Mount, these guys are too slow. These guys are too slow in the middle of the park. Let's see where, because Ruben is 27 years old. He's not getting younger. He needs to move on to another football club so he can continue with his career. Blue Blood said, Gunnar, you should be very, very thankful if you get Jorginho. And he laughed. So he's being sarcastic over here. Top four is a must, as well as Champions League. Big up to you, Joseph. I like your comments, brother. I like your comments. Chad, my brother, I hope all Jamaicans are doing very well. Big up to you. Where I grown is what I say. Let him go to us now. We don't care. Get money for him rather than let him go for free. Summer. Yep, Jorginho. If Jorginho doesn't go this January, it means he will walk away for free. They have to find a new club for him. Bublad said, Arsenal new penalty taker, J5. They would never miss one. You know, all the penalties, they won't struggle. Who's going to take it? I'm sure they will take it away from Odegaard and give it to J5, because J5 has very, very tremendous record on penalty taking. So I'm very sure he will be the guy to go for it. Santiago said, imagine if Chelsea gets matched up with Benfica in the Champions League. Yeah, we'll even destroy them. We don't care if they have Enzo in the midfield. We will still destroy them, because we know we've destroyed Benfica in the Europa League. If you don't remember, I think it was Ivanovic who had that last goal. Ivanovic had that last goal. Yeah, if you can remember. Yes, I'll never forget that. Asma, yes, sir.
Mate, if Ivanovic hadn't scored that goal, we'd have lost in extra time. We were dead out. Yeah, because Benitez decided to play defensively. They had the momentum.
Yeah, they had the momentum. So Chelsea was going down to that cross, that corner kick or something came in, and Ivanovic headed with our head, flick it out to the back of the net. So yeah, as Mr. Asman said, the Blues will host Arsenal in the 5th round of the women's. I love the women game. I watch every bit of it. So if you love football, you got to start watching Sam Kerr and her lovely sisters playing football. They just beat Liverpool. I think a couple days ago. So yeah, our women are playing very, very good football. I mean, here he's doing a lot of work with the women game. We are having a fresh Chelsea squad with youngsters who are quick, precise, and can score. Yes, I love that. We're building the team with new players, young players. That's the new model. Georgie doesn't get an injury because the others take the fall for him. Kante and Cover, even Mount and Gallagher, they suffer because of Jorginho. Yes, they do all the dirty work. Jorginho doesn't do that. He do all the 5-yard passes. It's very easy. I'm sure if you give me some good boots, see Ronaldo's boots, I can do what Jorginho does on the pitch. I'm sure. Big up to my brother Chelsea Perspective. He says Enzo cannot be J5. And J5 cannot be Enzo. They differ. Thank you very much, Chelsea Perspective. Big up to you. Arsenal must not do any mistake. I think getting Jorginho is suicidal. If Arsenal want him, they can go for him. Big up to OG and Ryan. Big up to you too, my brother. Football, that is football. I think football is hairstylist. Football is hairstylist. Who we see? Big up to you, my brother. It's always a pleasure to see new people join the platform. I'm sure OG knows him very, very well.
Yeah, it's for one of my brother's shows. I'm sure either Tony's or Rod's, one of the Liverpool boys.
Oh, okay. Joseph said on Friday we need to trash Fulham 5-0. Yes, we hope so. Big shout out to all Blue fans. Shout out to Phil R7. I hope you're doing very well, my brother. It's nice to see you again on the platform. Asma said that it's okay if J5 left, but don't let's take it personal. Absolutely, we shouldn't take it personal. It's all up to his future. It's very, very important. Big up Stavi from Chelsea Perspective. Bye J6. I mean J5. It's okay, whatever you want to call him. Whatever you want to call him. He's done for me. Football hairstylist, go machine. Since if I think J5 starts it's gonna be like Titanic JK. Ronaldo again agent is ridiculous rich. Absolutely, yeah. Jojo Mendes very rich. Ronaldo threatened him. He said if he doesn't get him Chelsea or Bayern Munich, he was gonna fire him. That was a threat from Ronaldo. If you guys don't know, that was another news from there. Speaking sense, football heritage says speaking sense. Thank you very much, my brother. It's always nice to have, like I said, have new people here. Football hairstyle, so true. Caicedo, Arsenal, here we go. Let's see how if Arsenal can make it because Giuseppe doesn't want to sell. He wants to make European play. So Matt Law always been in the case that Chelsea will listen to an offer for Jorginho this month if they get a midfield in. The expectation is here. We leave whether it's tomorrow or end of the season. Let's hope to see if Chelsea strike this deal. A third UCL, we're waiting for it. When we this from Steven said when we was having issue with RUI Costa, I said I want Chelsea vs Benfica now. I definitely want that to happen. It will happen, Mr. Steven. I think Phil R7 said J5 is only known for penalty kicked. We all know that. Thank you very much, Phil R7. Mr. Asman said Chelsea now increasingly confident deal will be done for Enzo in the next few hours from Fabrizio. Fabrizio sometimes flip-flops some of the news. If you're not careful and believe everything Fabrizio say, you'll be in trouble. J5 expertise is slowing the game down, so I'm sure Arsenal and their fans will love that. Big up to you, Mo. Guy from my man from the Blue Lounge YouTube channel. Big up to you. I hope you're doing very well. I know you dropped the video. I'll check the video up. Now the platform will be given to OG take over. Whatever you want to pour down on the platform, we're ready to listen to you. Let's go. What should we expect?
I love that comment. I love that comment about the Champions League, bro. The Champions League, man.
OG, can I just say something before you step in? Yeah,
drop your 2 cents.
Yeah. I'll give Arsenal 50p to take Jorginho because that's all he's worth, right? And I need to put some sense of reality in here. Okay, we can't register all of those new signings. They still need to be integrated into the squad, right? Top 4 didn't suddenly become a must, right? Because it wasn't before. Okay, it's still a long-term plan, right? We have to integrate these players. Potter has to get time to work with them, right? And top 4 is not necessary, and neither is the Champions League. They are both bonuses if we achieve them. That's not what the model is about, right? And making these big signings isn't about this season, right? It's about next season, the season after, and continue long-term success, right? It's not about short-term. So let's just slow down a bit, right? With this must be a must and that must be a must, right? If we have the capabilities to win the Champions League, right? But they still have to be integrated, and Potter has to decide which ones are going into the Champions League squad, right? And likewise with the fourth place, right? If hadn't been for those 2 early season defeats, right, for which somebody is blamed, is to be blamed, right, but was no longer at the club, we should never have lost to Southampton and Leeds with only Kante out. So the fact that we did that, right, should teach you something about the previous coach and make you understand the problems that the current coach has had to face, and they're tenfold with injuries, World Cups, and everything else. So let's calm down, right? If we win the Champions League, it's a bonus and we can celebrate it. And I'll tell you something, if we win it, it'll be the best of the 3 so far, right? Because the guy started it from the group and took it on. Yeah. Just calm down. Let's not get too carried away, and let's just be sensible about it. Let's see who's going to be in the squad first. Over to you, OG.
Yes, man. Yeah, I mean that's gonna be a whole mix up there, man. Some hearts are gonna be broken if players are getting dropped off the Champions League team and they're not leaving Chelsea. But they're gonna feel a type of way. But this will be the best Champions League. If we win this one, it'll be the best for multiple reasons. Because I don't think we're getting top 4. Even if we win every game from now to the end of the season, I still don't see Newcastle flopping. They're doing pretty well, you know. They signed Gordon. Hopefully he backfires on them. But honestly, I really want Benfica's blood, man. I would love to play Benfica and Rui Costa to be there. Because this we could have had Enzo, you know what I'm saying, in the beginning of the transfer window. That's when I thought we were going to get him. So I'm hoping, you know, we draw Benfica one way through and, you know, rub their faces in the mud, proverbially, just so on the way to the Champions League final. I can see us going Champions League final. I'm hoping we do. I can actually see that. But the big step is winning it. I'm hoping we go there. I'm looking for a reason to go to Istanbul. I'm going to go see my Turkish brothers. I love Istanbul ever since 2005 when I was 16. I'll never forget that. Like, big up Liverpool. Ryan, it's funny that you're here, man. That was the best Champions League ever. Like, and that's when football, for me, was at the height. You know, there wasn't much internet and social media. Everyone was just glued to their TV, you know, ITV in England. That was, I'm hoping we can go to Istanbul. I don't care if it costs me $1,000, bro. I'm working overtime for that. You know what I mean? I'm making sure I'm going there. And honestly, they'll make it the best one because no Englishman's won it since they renamed it the Champions League since '92. Unless you want to call Fergie English, you know what I'm saying? No one born in that whole England has won that one, bro. So it'll be a big thing if Potter was to somehow pull it off. But yeah, I'm really. I only see that as a way to Champions League football. I don't see top 4 happening, and if it does happen, it'll purely be because Newcastle gone down effed up. If Newcastle slip on the banana, mate, if Gordon backfires for them, if players get injured, we need to take advantage. But that's I wouldn't even call that a bonus. That's, you know, out of sight, bro. But Champions League, boys, I honestly think it happened. We got Dortmund, man. Dortmund are sitting 6th, something like that, 5th or 6th in the league.
They were mid-table and then they won 3 games in a week. And
I saw that, and one was a 2-1. I see all the live score. I haven't seen Jude Bellingham's name on the score sheets or assists. So, you know what I'm saying? Maybe he used up all his juice already. Boy, why are you showing Tottenham news, man? We're not here for Tottenham.
No, trying to refresh the news. See if I can find something new on Chelsea.
I feel you,
yeah,
I'd for J5. Man like J5, Ruben Loftus-Cheek. You know, even Gallagher, they like Everton wanted for good money. That's good, 45 mil. That's decent money. You know, I think I'll take that. Yeah. You know, with a buyback clause, just in case he does level up, always getting back. But it'll just make it easier for us.
Money.
Yeah, I don't want to see his heart's broken. Like, imagine 2-3 players get dropped from the Champions League team, and we stop them with 1, 2, 3 signings. That's so disrespectful. I mean, we got a lot of.
It's not going to be English players, is it?
To be fair, don't we have one free slot already, so only 2 players get dropped, right? But if we're selling Jorginho and Ziyech looks like he could be off as well, then we're sorted.
Is Ziyech really going? Is my Moroccan brother really going?
Potentially. Not guaranteed, potentially.
Hang on, we're not sorted at all, right? Because you can only
in the
include
sense
3.
of you're not then dropping, then if we got a free slot and you get rid of 2 players...
No, you still have to drop someone. You still have to drop someone. Right?
At least one player is getting dropped.
Because you can only add 3. Right?
Yeah, but if you've got a free slot, that takes up one of them.
Well, have you seen us moving anybody yet?
That's what I'm saying. But how can Ziyech should be linked to Roma, but he's not actually? I haven't seen any advanced links. Like Gallagher today, 45 million bid. I haven't seen anything advanced about it. Like, for me, it's a bit baffling. I thought someone would be gone by now. We've got one more day and a couple of days left. Well, and I wouldn't mind Ziyech going, man. I love Ziyech, man. My Moroccan brother took us to 4th place. Like, if he goes to Italy, I'm sure he'll do well there on the Mourinho. Like, 17 mil, what it is. It helps stave off the FFP, even though that FFP stuff don't affect us. I would prefer to see 1 or 2 players move on, you know. But whoever gets dropped and stays at Chelsea, they're just gonna be having an embarrassing season. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So just like we've seen on the screen, it's tweeted by Fabrizio Romano just about 49 seconds ago. Chelsea loanee Timori Bakayoko is close to joining Serie A side Cremonese until the end of the season from AC Milan. So
that means
I
we're
don't know,
not
under
selling
loan
him
again.
Oh,
The
he's
guy needs to go. He needs to go and get off the books. He needs to go.
Obviously, the Turkish move has collapsed. Then
Yeah.
I think he didn't agree to it in terms of the money that he'll be receiving, the wages, and then whatever that is coming. That was
Wasn't it them? They had an issue because he wanted something like net €3 million or something.
Yeah.
Which I think we
Turkish
worked
league
out
don't have money
was
like that.
probably a gross of about 100k, 110k, something like that.
I mentioned it on Saturday. I think it was Saturday, right? That on the fifth stand there was 20 photographs showing every person who was in training, right? And Ziyech wasn't in it, and then there's 10 today, and Ziyech's not in it again.
Sorry,
so he's either out talking to people, right, or he's injured. If he's injured, you're not going to move him, are you? And the same thing, you can't move Pulisic. You can't move Pulisic either, right? We could just send Zakaria back to Juventus. We could just send him back, so that would free up a space. But we still can only add 3, whatever happens. So I don't know. Thursday's going to be interesting because Champions League teams have to be declared by Thursday. So it'll be interesting to see who gets in. There's a possibility that I was looking at. There's a story that Chelsea wants Santos to go straight into the team. And because you can't sign foreign players until they're 18, right? So we've signed him now, he's 18. So there's a distinct possibility he may be able to join the B list as an under 21. So we could include him via that list. But the rest,
so
I'm
we'll
not sure
exploit
about.
another loophole then, right?
It's not a loophole, is it? If you can't sign a player from abroad until he's 18, they can't put a restriction on him, can they? Because basically at 18 he's coming into your academy, right?
Okay.
And anyone in your academy can be added to the under 18 list. The only other way you can sign someone who's under 18 is if the family, the parents, are moving to England, right? And you have to prove that. So it's highly unlikely his Brazilian parents were going to move to England, are they? So that's why we've had to wait till he's 18. But I'm not 100% certain it's a 60-40 type of deal that we might be able to add him to the under 18, under 21 B list, because technically he's coming in as an academy.
Okay. Thank you very much, Stavi.
Plus, we're working on the work permit now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Chelsea perspective. I think Mr. Asma, with the news that you're talking about, we already talk about it on the platform in regards to Timori Bakayoko. We're moving on to another Italian football club. Chelsea perspective said Golden would not backfire for Newcastle if anything goes. A perfect fit. Thank you very much, Chelsea perspective. And also, Asma, Asma said no one buy him. What can we do? Every club wanted just loan and bench him. You're talking about I think he's talking about Bakayoko. It's very difficult. He's been very, very poor. So it's making it very difficult to sell him. Just like what we're doing, the same thing I just said. If Enzo comes in, Enzo doesn't perform, he's given it 2 minutes season, he still doesn't perform. 5-year deal, 6-year deal, it means that it will be difficult to sell Enzo. But I don't see that happening. I'm just trying to be
he won't flop, man.
Yeah. Asma said Wesley Fofana was back in Chelsea training today. Full training. Good. A lot of Chelsea fans are happy to see that. She's free Ziyech. Hashtag free Ziyech. Don't be selfish. Welcome back to my stream. Mo, apologize again. I've not been having that many panelists on the show. So when you came on, you were down there, and I didn't even see you. I even sent a message in the chat that I sent the link to you. So I'm very, very sorry. One more time.
Nah, it's all good, brother. It's all good.
Guna left after J5 news. All right, Mo, what do you have for us today, brother?
I just want to say something about the work permit situation. In regards to football players, especially when they're coming from South America, Africa, there's a point system that they have to accumulate a certain amount of points, and they do that by playing for their first team. They're playing in tournaments. They're playing competitive football, and I think that is where we are right now. There isn't enough points to go through with the work permit, and that's why Chelsea are trying to push for it. So I think it's something that can be granted in regards to the work permit if Chelsea are able to convince the Home Office of the ability of the player, of the need for the player. So in respect to that, I think that's where the sticking point is. I'm not too sure about the age restriction for foreign players, but I know for the work permit, there's a certain amount of points that needs to be collected for it to be granted. So that's in regards to that. And I'm like everybody else, like every Chelsea fan right now, very excited and very keen to see this deal for Enzo Fernandez materialize. And I think the sticking point is in regards to the fee and how it's paid rather than the sum of the fee. It looks like the sum is accepted by both parties. They have come to an agreement in regards to the fee, the size of the fee. It's just how does Chelsea go ahead and pay that fee? That's where the problem is right now, because Benfica would like to get a big chunk of that fee paid up front, as they have to pay some percentage of that fee to River Plate, the parent club, that Enzo Fernandez came from. So they have to pay a certain amount of money to them for the resale. And I think they are trying to maximize the first payment so that they are able to cover that, and at the same time walk away with a good chunk of money. In regards to the actual release clause, because what Chelsea are offering right now is the value of the release clause. But for it to go through, it needs to be paid all in one go. Now, the issue is if Chelsea do pay the release clause all in one go, there's taxes that come involved in here. And the amount of tax that is going to be added to that transaction, I'm reading something in the region of 40 million euros, which is a big amount of money. And I think Chelsea will be liable to pay the bigger portion of that. And again, that's not very clear right now who's paying what percentage of that fee. But I think that is also another hurdle or another barrier for this transfer. So paying it in installments, I think will minimize the tax. Paying it in one go will get the deal through, but at the same time, it's going to be a big chunk of money to be added to that release clause, and that's where we are right now.
Thank you very much, Mo. If you guys don't know, Mo has a very huge YouTube channel. If you see his name right there, if you click on those 3 dots by his name on the chat, it will take you straight to his platform. Very, very big, YouTube channel. He's done a lot for the community, just like my brother here, OG. They've done a lot for the community. So if you want to know, he's in London at this moment. I'm not in London. I'm in the States. So if
I'm freezing my ass up in London right now.
If you want quick information, more run to his platform also and ask him. Blue Lounge is right there. If I get the chance, I'll put his link on the comment section below. But then check him out. You can see the 3 dots over there. When you click on it, it will take you straight to his platform. If you haven't subscribed, do me a favor, please subscribe to his platform. He has helped me a lot along the way. When I started YouTube, it was from his platform, and also a lot of people. I'll say I will. I'm not a guy that don't appreciate people. I appreciate everyone that has helped me in this industry. Just like I'm a new brother here, OG, first time on this platform. He didn't hesitate to be on the channel. He said, "Yo, man, I'll be there today and tomorrow."
I gotta say something. Yes, listen, mate, everything you've done on this channel, you've done with your own skill, with your own determination, your own commitment. Everyone that joins the YouTube family, the Chelsea fan channel family, we're all here trying to help each other. We're all here to see each other succeed. End of the day, the more channels that prosper on YouTube, the more people like yourself, like OG, like the other people that are in the community. We're all here to promote our club and to support our club and to give a voice to the fans. So, Nee, you've done a great job, my man. You've had a turbulent journey on YouTube. I know about your backstory and the suffering that you've gone through with your channel. So big up to you and congratulations on all the success that you have. And looking forward to seeing more success on this channel because you deserve all the success in the world, my man.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. All those sweet words. I got goosebumps already. Thank you very much, everyone. A Chelsea perspective and everyone that has helped me along the way. I would never and never hide anything. Everyone, Mo and everyone, thank you very much. We still keep on going. I really appreciate also the fans. The fans are very, very important. The viewers, I should say, the Blue community, Blue Clouds Media community is growing.
Hit the like button, people. Hit the like button.
Yeah,
hit the like button. Support the channel and the stream.
Yeah, we're doing see this. I want to say, if you're just joining us, this platform is not just Chelsea platform, a platform that we do talk a lot about football, association football, because I love what happened in Liverpool. I'm not just biased, you know what I mean? I see what I talk about, what I see in the game. I sit on my couch on my desk over here and criticize. I'm not I wouldn't say I'm a tactician or that kind of thing. No, I speak football. I love football. So I have, if you look at our platform, we have Liverpool fans here. I have a Chelsea, Manchester United fan. Herbert, he's not here at this moment, but we have Liverpool fan here. So when we're looking for different opinion as a neutral fan, he will give it to us. So we know if we're criticizing right or wrong. So I'm very happy to have my big brother OG. Any more you want to in terms of the transfer dealings? We haven't even started anything that I have here, but we're still on Enzo Fernandez. If you guys are done with the Enzo Fernandez, we can move on to other topics. Stephen Ryan, Mo, if you guys have anything, you can just drop it on the floor because people are listening. They want to know. Mr. Asma said, hooray, I'm so excited this signing. I never be like this. Thank you very much, Mr. Asma. And there's Santiago. I have a feeling Chelsea will be sellers more than buyers this summer. Absolutely, a lot of players have to go, and I agree with you. Lots of these players have to go.
I want to say something in regards to players having to go. In the chat, guys, tell us in the chat. Do you guys agree, or do you guys support the proposal that we're reading about today for Arsenal to be going after Jorginho? I mean, Arsenal want a holding midfielder, and you know what? Jorginho to Arsenal might not be such a bad thing. What do you guys think? I want to know what you guys think in the comments. So make sure you hit us up in the comments what you think about Jorginho to Arsenal. Should that deal be pursued? Is that a good deal for Chelsea? Is that a good deal for Arsenal? I mean, Arsenal fans, if you're watching this stream, let us know in the comments. Do you think Jorginho coming to your club will be a positive aspect or a negative aspect? Let us know in the chat. So just put that out there.
Yeah, let us know, guys. So if you have any more questions, we got lots of guys here, experienced season ticket holders. They have answers for you. If it has to do with the tickets and anything, send your comment in, and don't forget, if you're first time, like the video, and don't forget to subscribe. Also keep your bell notification icon active at all times, so when we go live you won't miss anything from this platform. So yeah, OG, back to you, bro.
Boy, man, these players going out in summer, it's gonna be an exodus, That's apparently just if we sell just one player like a Gallagher right now for 40 mil, we're technically in a net positive. In net spend, we're in positive. So all this FFP hype, all these little articles you see, it honestly is just, for me, it's just more tears to drink. I'm not affected by any of the hater talk. But there's a lot of hidden people in Chelsea that got to go. I'm not just talking about people like Bakayoko. There's man like Lukaku. You see a lot of jokes online now.
Yeah, I got a question for you on based on Lukaku. So keep going. I got a question for you.
I see this little meme online where Lukaku was trying to come back to Carbon and he couldn't open the door. I was just laughing my head off thinking, boy, if he does come back, that's going to cause a lot of stir at Chelsea, man. And we've got one or two players that it seems they don't want to really be here, not 100%. Obviously, people saying, coach said free Ziyech. If he wants to be free, let him go in it. And Pulisic as well, if his dad and him are not happy, they could write another book, you know what I'm saying? They could go as well. But I only want players that want to be at Chelsea, and there's a lot of our players that...
question, mate.
Yes,
OG
brother.
question. Ziyech wanted to leave. Where did he get that from?
Oh, I've been hearing the rumors all over Twitter. Like 17 million to Roma. He didn't show up to training. Apparently, he wasn't in any of the pictures on the Chelsea app. And
Apparently,
he's saying where he wants to leave. Now, I don't believe it. I don't believe that, man, because he never said anything direct. He never had no interview. He never mentioned it like that. I know he hasn't been posting any Chelsea social media since like August or something like that, since September. But honestly, after seeing him for the World Cup, like he took my Morocco all the way to the third place spot. I know we didn't win that against Croatia, but he took us all the way there, man. We almost reached the finals. I like the way he plays. I think he's one of our good wingers left. I know we got man like Madueke coming in, but the way he crosses the ball.
Are you Moroccan?
Yeah, I'm Maghrebi, akhay, man.
أهلا وسهلا حبيبي. حياك.
Yeah, I'm here now, bro. In Morocco now, man. I'm on an extended holiday. Gonna be back in West London soon, the best part of London soon. But yeah, man.
Morocco's nice. I've been there once. It's a nice country, man. Good people.
It's nice, man. They're doing the FIFA Club World Cup right here now, innit? I want to watch Auckland City, a team from New Zealand, playing one of the locals from Casablanca. Hopefully, I can get tickets to Real Madrid game. Even though I have a bit of hate for Madrid. You know what I'm saying? We beat them. Technically, we beat them last season. Last game.
Yeah.
Well, if Ziyech does want to go, I don't know why coach said free Ziyech, bro, because he hasn't said anything direct. He hasn't been, out there like Pulisic. And he's always fit, Ziyech. He's always fit. So when he said maybe he's injured, I said, nah, he's not injured. He's not injured. I feel like if they do want to take Ziyech, we shouldn't try charge them a lot. If he goes to Roma, that's cool, man. Hook up Mourinho, help a brother out. I still have love for Mourinho. I know some people Chelsea fans are indifferent with him. I'd always love Mourinho, always, bro. The way he's done for Chelsea, boy, I'll take him as well for the third time because you've been seeing rumors as well about that. And I was like, I don't mind coming back for the number 3. I'll come back, brother, one day maybe. 2-3 years.
If I speak, I'll be in trouble. But
if I speak, I'll be in trouble.
I love that video.
Yeah. OG, another question I'm going to ask in regard to Lukaku's return. Do you think Graham Potter can use Lukaku way better than he used Aubameyang?
I think Graham Potter, he probably has that little bit of arrogance, which most managers should. They do have that, especially he's an attacking minded more than he is defensive, like Tuchel. He probably believe that he can get more out of Lukaku than what Tuchel got out of him. And if you do think about it, if he does believe that, and he did do it, bravo, because Lukaku, even though he had a terrible season, he still scored the most goals for any of our strikers since then. No striker for Chelsea has scored more goals than he scored in that season. But if he could do better with Lukaku, fair enough, but I wouldn't take the risk, man, on the wages. And if he comes to Chelsea and he plays terrible, it's going to be even worse to sell. It's going to be harder to sell him. So we might as well, try to get him off to Italy now. But boy, if Lukaku comes back, I could see Potter. Potter would want to do what Den Haag done with Rashford. Everyone's licking Den Haag's bald head now. They're like, hey, look what he done with Marcus Rashford. He brought him back from the dead. He brought a zombie back to life. I mean, this guy Rashford had speed. And Lukaku does not have speed, bro. I'm telling you, he's eating that good pasta in Italy. I don't think we should take him back, brother, to be honest, man. But if Potter wants to shut us all up, he could try it, but it's just going to be more egg in his face, and I don't think he could afford it right now.
Okay. This Mo is gonna answer the same question for me, but before I get back to Mo, I want to thank all the Facebook viewers, Goody Barrow, and also Tina Tenda. Thank you very much for putting a like on the video on True Facebook Community. We're still building another platform over there, so we're streaming live on YouTube and on Facebook at the same time. So I thank everyone that is on Facebook watching the stream. And this is Blue Bloods J5 will look good in the Guna shit. As Matt said, he will improve team. If Partey isn't available, who is their next option? Agenda aside, Jorginho would do well under Arteta. So, what is the point of helping the title charge? In my opinion, Thank you very much, Mr. Asma. That makes a lot of sense. At least Jorginho is not that bad of a player. But if you have legs around him, who can progress and then score, let's say, like I said, someone was saying something, but like I said, if you have two Jorginhos in that position, that is no good. But because you have a Kovacic who's so good, but then he can't give you goals. So what does the midfield provide? Nothing. That's one problem. But if you have another player in that midfield who can work so hard for Jorginho, he can slow the game down when the game has that higher tempo. That's what he does best. But then Jorginho has some good stuff he can provide. Penalties you can get from Jorginho. Mo, anything in regards to Lukaku coming back to Chelsea?
I actually made a video on that. Lukaku coming back to Chelsea. Listen,
1 minute more. 1 minute more.
Yeah.
1 minute. Guys, Steven, Stav, and then Ryan. My two special guests here, which is Mo and then CFC OG. I won't have them for too long. That's why I'm making them flow. So it doesn't mean a reason. But you guys are with me all the time, and I know where you stand in regards to some of these questions. That's why I'm throwing it to my two.
No worries. I've got nothing to add anyway. I'm just enjoying listening, hearing their perspectives.
I know Stav got a lot. He's got almost about a whole notebook to tell me on this platform. Stav.
Taking notes.
I love Stavi. Mo, go ahead, sir.
Yeah, this is going to be my last input to the stream. After this comment, I'm gonna have to shoot. But in regards to Romelu Lukaku, I posted a video asking the fan base what their thoughts and opinions are in respect to him. I got some varied reactions. I actually thought a lot, if not everyone, is going to be against it. The thing is, the comments that I got, they were divided. I would say most people are against Lukaku coming back and wearing the Chelsea shirt again. But there are certain portions of the fan base who do think we should give him a second, third, fourth, whatever chance it is. The thing is this, with Romelu Lukaku, he is a striker. He is an out-and-out striker. If he does, and like OG mentioned, he did have some good performances. Generally, he was poor, but he did have some good performances, and you can't take that away from him. If Lukaku's heart is in the game, if Lukaku plays with motivation, he will be a dangerous striker. However, getting him to perform, getting him to be motivated is a big challenge. And Graham Potter, I'm not sure if he's the man to manage Lukaku and to motivate Lukaku. The thing is with Lukaku, he has a massive ego. He thinks too much of himself, and we've seen that. Going behind the club, going behind everyone, and making an interview with Sky Italia, and shit talking the club, bigging up the club that he came from. That is unexcusable, especially after the push that he made to go back to Inter Milan. And he went back to Inter Milan under circumstances that were not favorable to Chelsea whatsoever. The only organization that benefited from Lukaku coming to Chelsea and going back is Inter Milan, in regards to them having a striker on their books. He didn't really do too great this season for Inter Milan, hence they don't want to keep him. Hence they want to send him back to Chelsea. I think Chelsea could do a lot worse than selling him or putting him out alone. Because right now, the money that we paid for Lukaku, the 97.5, whatever it was, £1 million that we spent on the man, that money was spent by Roman Abramovich, who left the club debt-free. Therefore, if Chelsea do decide to sell him at a cut-down price, yes, it's a loss, but it's not a loss to Boehly and Iqbali. It's a loss to the club. It's a loss to the general finances of the club, but it's not going to hurt the new administration. Therefore, I think Lukaku will be sold, should be sold. I personally think that the money that that we can make from him, even if it's only going to be half of the money that we spent buying him, will be utilized elsewhere to bolster the team. So in regards to Lukaku, when he comes back, sell him in the summer and just close the book on him. He is not Chelsea. He is not proper Chelsea, as we say. He played that role. He did all the hype. He did all the media to make us think that, but he isn't that. So Lukaku, thank you, but no thank you. In regards to Jorginho going to Arsenal, and the comment about him needing to have players with legs around him, That's a fair comment. And Arsenal could do a lot worse than having Jorginho in their team because they do have pace about them. They do have a direct approach, and maybe Jorginho can help feed their attack. That's all I have time for, lads. That's all I have time for the stream. Nee, thank you for having me on. OG staff, the rest of the boys, thank you all for being here. Thank you all for contributing to this channel. It's been a pleasure, and I'll see you guys on the other side. Have a good one.
Mo, one more question. In regards to Lukaku, staff have a different opinion on it. He says we've had a conversation in the past in regards to the way the conversation was being translated. It was being in Italian. I think the conversation was in Italian language, Italian, whatever, and it was being translated in English. And the way the media translated that conversation was not right. From what staff told me, he doesn't. From what he read and everything, it wasn't as bad as the media made it sound from Lukaku.
That's a fair point, and you know, things do get lost in translation. However, if we just take that interview by itself, we can put that behind us and we can move on. And you saw the Chelsea fan base support him when he did come back and he did play and he did score a couple of goals. We did get behind him, but when he started to push for the move for Inter Milan, going out and there alone, actions speak louder than words, and his actions spoke a ton. And that's why I think the fan base really don't want to see him, don't want to have him anywhere near Chelsea Football Club. The interview is the first step, and then what he did in regards to pushing for that loan deal was the second step. Also, his relationship with Tuchel, we all know Tuchel is someone who is loved and respected and admired by the majority of the Chelsea fan base. And the way that he dealt with the situation in regards to Tuchel, it kind of soured everything. So he's messed up on in more than one situation. So I can see why the Chelsea fan base don't want him. And you know, staff does have a fair point in regards to the interview, but you know, like I said, actions speak louder than words. And I really got to go. Me, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Drop the link of the video in the chat if you can. I want to see his video, man. I'll subscribe to you already.
Yeah, I'll drop the link right away. I'll pick up the link from you. I'll do that for you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, and have a wonderful
See you guys.
night.
Cheers.
See you guys.
Thank you. Bye-bye, lads. Bye-bye.
Stavi, I know OJ don't have that much time, but Stav, in regards to what we just Mo just hit on in regards to the interview, can you elaborate or explain a little bit on where we're on in that interview, if Stavi, if you're there?
Yeah. He was wrong to do the interview without the club permission. Right?
Okay.
That much is fair. Right? That's fair comment. Right? What he said is a totally different thing from what was translated. And you have to remember that Sky Italia sat on the story for nearly a month. And it's only when Romano decided it was time to start stirring it up, because he had a bad relationship with Chelsea, Romano, right? Marina, Roman, Bruce Buck, none of them wanted him, right? He was basically barred for many years.
He was banned from Chelsea Football Club.
Yeah, basically he was, right? It wasn't a public ban as such, but they just didn't give him anything, right? As opposed to people like Matt Law and Simon Phillips and people like that, right? Who the club were okay with. Now, I got an Italian to translate it to me, right? He didn't badmouth the club. He didn't badmouth the coach, right? What he said about the coach was, I've gone to a club with a different coach from what I was doing at Inter, right? He has a different way of playing, and it's up to me, and this is what he said, as a professional, to adapt, right? To fit into the system. Yeah. Right. That was the first thing. Secondly, all he said to Inter Milan fans was that he would return one day, right, in the future, right, not tomorrow or this season or whatever, right? He would return to the club and they could win things together again and have great moments again. That's exactly what Hazard said about Chelsea. It's exactly what Ziyech said about Ajax, right? It's not unheard of, is it, that when you're leaving a club, that you say something good to the fans. His transfer was such a rush job that he never got to say goodbye to the Inter fans. And as I told you last week, right, basically he was in a racist country, a black man, and they treated him and his mother like royalty, right? There was no racist attacks on him, apart from opposing fans, obviously. So, yeah, he felt an affinity to them, just like Hazard felt there's an affinity to Chelsea, and he still does. It's one of the first things he said, that he would come back one day, right? So people have twisted that. They twisted what he said about the coaching, right? He was a Chelsea fan, right, from being a kid, and Drogba was his hero. That's facts, right? And the thing is, Romano saw that as a possibility of getting revenge on Chelsea for giving him nothing, right? So then he sent it to Sky Sports, and Sky Sports twisted it around, right? And every time they did, I think, three different reports on the same day, right? On the interview, they split it into 3 sections, and the presenters were saying he said this, he said that, and he said this, and he said that. But the transcript at the bottom of the screen said nothing like what they were accusing him of saying. Yeah. So that interview was twisted left, right, and centre. Right. Cy Phillips and Matt Law asked Romano, "Are you sure that's what he said?" Romano stuck to his guns, but Cy Phillips and Matt Law, right, had their doubts, right, and they voiced their doubts as well. And like I said, I had it translated by an Italian friend, right, and also the transcript that was below Sky Sports. Sky Sports used to be our media partners, right, and we got rid of them, so they're like sticking it to us as well, right, and we just happened to be playing Tottenham, coached by a certain Conte, right, so there was numerous reasons why Romano did that, right? But we also have to take into account that Tuchel was obsessed with his system. He was obsessed with playing a false 9 no matter what, right? So his demands of Lukaku were different, yeah? But he also made a public statement, right, that he would not change the system to suit one player, yeah? Right? And OG, I'll ask you something in a minute, yeah? Right? He wouldn't change the system to suit one player, right? So OG, tell me this. Was Lukaku the only player, right, that Tuchel played out of position, right, that Tuchel destroyed whilst they were at the club? It's why Callum Hudson-Odoi is in Germany, right? It's why Ziyech came so close to signing for Ajax in the summer, but they wouldn't meet the fee, right? You got an ice cream van, right?
Love.
Right? And people more said that Tuchel was revered by the fans and all this stuff. He's revered by the fans because he won the Champions League. A Champions League which Lampard got us out of the group stage. That's why I said if we win it this year, it'll be the best one ever, right? And it was the same thing with Di Matteo. He was an assistant, right? And Andre Villas-Boas got us out of the group stage, as bad as he was. So if this happens, Tuchel only had one game in the Champions League. And if we did win it, it would be the best one yet, right?
Okay.
And that's my thing. So I want OG, tell me this, OG, was Lukaku the only one that Tuchel played out of position and that Tuchel upset? Right? Because to say I'm not changing the system for one player was a nonsense, because he was using their public to promote that idea. And
before OG answer this question, I want to thank everyone that is still, the Facebook is lighting up over here. David Yeltsin, I want to say thank you very much for liking the video. If you're watching us, big up to you. Let us know where you're watching us from, David Yeltsin, and also Leader Asma. Thank you very much. And the Facebook fans are also growing very well. We got more people also. If you haven't subscribed to the YouTube channel, also David and other guys, you can make your way there. Also subscribe to the platform and also share the video on every platform that you found yourself. It helps the channel grow and keep growing. If you guys want to know more about Mo's video he posted the other day, I've also shared it in the comment section below. You can just click on it and it will take you there, or even you can click on his comment, it will take you to his platform. And also, if you're just watching us, you don't know much about Chelsea Perspective, his name is right there. Please do me a favor, click on Chelsea Perspective name. Another person, another big brother that has done a lot of work to this community. He has helped me so much in many ways. So yeah, it's the link, the 3 dots on his name is right there. It will take you straight to his platform. Then subscribe to his platform. Also, we just helping each other. He helped me, so I can also help him in any way. That's how we grow. So this is a few comments that I have here. I think I've read this. Boehly and Clearly, Capital remain interested in Caicedo, and deadline day move attempt could be dependent on outgoing and midfield from Jacob. I think Jacob
Steinberg. I don't trust that Caicedo bit one bit. There's no way. We'll have to sell players, as we will have to anyway, to then get the funds to offer whatever it is, 80 or 90 million or whatever, when you can just get someone like a Rice or another player, or even Caicedo for cheaper in the summer.
Okay. Thank you very much, Stephen. Stephen got a lot to tell us. Stephen. Yeah. Stephen doesn't trust that come and where it's coming from. So we're gonna look at the Mr. Asman said breaking news: PSG are in advanced negotiation to sign a Ziyech. Ziyech is linked with everyone. Benfica.
It's from
that's too much.
Yeah, they want the Moroccan link up.
Yeah, PSG want to team up Ziyech with Hakimi. It would be nice. It would be nice to see that happen.
I don't know about the others, but I can't hear you.
Sorry, OG. I muted myself for a second. OG, you're on the platform.
I was thinking what happened there.
Sorry. Keep going.
Yeah, man, that'll be nice to see Ziyech back with Hakimi. They're a deadly duo. Can you guys hear me?
Don't forget Stabby's question.
Oh yeah, well listen, a lot of people complain about Tuchel playing him out of position, but then there was a lot of people that weren't complaining about him playing him out of position. I mean, I always have love for Tuchel, man. He took me to 2 Wembleys, and I went to Porto as well. Even though the 2 Wembleys broke my heart, and it was a lot of money, but it is what it is. Like I'm hoping, and even in Champions League, he kind of almost got to the semi-finals, even finals second time. But I digress. I do think Tuchel was trying to, control the club just with his own power. Maybe the power got to him. I always hear rumors about him. I'm not sure if they're correct, but I'm not going to blame Tuchel. I don't have any hate for him whatsoever. I don't think he ruined the club, but a lot of players have played out of position. And if anyone could say they want to be played in that right position, it was out of everyone. I think Lukaku had the most rights just because he came off such a prolific season. But Lukaku, he didn't even physically look the same. If you look at him in the inter-season, he didn't. He looked just a little bit more chunky and just running less kilometers or miles on the pitch. That's my 2 cents on Tuchel playing people out of position and Lukaku. If he comes back, honestly, he can't have more than 6 months. If he does more than 6 months, Potter could, as I said, what Eric Ten Hag right now, he thinks he's the S because he brought Rashford back to life. If he could do that with Lukaku, honestly, I'll be so impressed. I'll be so impressed if Potter brings back Lukaku and actually makes him a prolific striker. However, I just don't see it happening, man. What's his wages? 300k a week. No bonuses. Like, he gets that regardless, right? So I can't see that happening. If it does, egg on my face. What was the other question? PSG and Ziyech, yeah? PSG. If they want to take him, let them take him. I have no qualms with that. That's a big club. He goes to hook up with his brother. There's a lot of Moroccans in France. I'm sure he'll like the community there. Let's see how that unfolds.
I've just seen a tweet from Simon Phillips. I'll have to get up in full on my laptop, but
Yeah.
it looks like he's obviously joking. He said looks like we might need to get a few more recruitments in temporarily for tomorrow or something.
Bro, Simon Phillips.
This is mad.
He is one of my. I do like Simon Phillips and Ben Jacobs, Steinberg and Matt the Liar Law.
Isn't Steinberg the guy who like hates Chelsea, right?
Yes, exactly. He's always saying shit about us, man.
Yeah, didn't he say stuff about Lampard and all this and a lot of really bad things? I think I said it once in our group chat, like time ago, like some really questionable stuff.
Yeah, that was Jacob Steinberg.
But that's why, that's why I don't always trust it.
Bruv, he said bare stuff about Chelsea in the last 7 years, bruv. This bruh is a Chelsea.
I didn't know
hater.
anything.
I don't know why.
And then some people like sent stuff in the server I'm in on Discord. I was like, oh, mad, it's like that bad.
Bruv, give me the Discord link, man. I got Discord as well, bruv. I want to join in. I love the chats there, man. Unsolicited, anything goes, unfiltered.
Yes, Steven, you can share that Discord link with him. So guys, if you're also on Discord, that our Discord's always blowing up, man. We got lots of information that you can never get from other places. We got lots of information on the Discord platform. So if you're on Discord, join us there. I'll send the information. Stevie, you have information, you can send it in the chat. So the guys
send it in or what's it called? Chat?
Now put it in the main comments.
In the middle, so everyone can join our Discord group over there.
You can only get 10 people in the Discord group unless you mean your actual server.
Yeah, my actual server, you can put it there and we can add them to the group that we have. Only 10 people can be in there.
I can't do it. I can't do it because I haven't got what's it called? I haven't got Discord open at the moment. It's got to take a minute. I've got to try and find it. Whilst we're doing, I'll share my Discord link with you guys. You can add me and then shoot me a message, DM me, send me a message, and then I'll add you guys to the group. We do. I mean, I'll have to do with how you guys want this. If you guys want us to be doing much reaction after games and all that kind of stuff, I want to know what you guys want us to do on this platform, because the platform, I created it, but it's not for me. It's for the viewers, those that love it. So if you guys like much reaction thing, let's go live after the games. Want to know what you guys want to say. I don't used to do that. But then if you guys are interested, let me know. We'll add that to the platform. Phantom of Minute Topic, you're blowing up my comment section. Phantom, I love you, brother. I hope you're doing very well in Manila, Philippines. Filipino. Yeah. He's in Manila. He used to be on the state. Now he moved to Manila, which is Philippines. Yeah. Kim So, Stav, your brother is back. Kim So is back again. Kim So is PSG. If PSG wants Ziyech 50 million, he mean they have money. Absolutely. PSG has been linked with everyone. Just quickly,
was not right wing back. Someone said a right wing back. It's a that's a correction. Phantom of Minute Topic is trying to give us here. So Phantom, thank you very much. Ziyech to PSG source question.
Yes, look, it's that Liquid for whatever it is.
Okay, Liquid.
French publication.
Okay, you guys can go ahead and you guys can go ahead and take it over. Let me put the link in there for the Discord link in there.
Just quickly, I'm not sure if you guys are aware of this guy on Twitter, this Sam C345 guy. He does like early team news of that, yeah?
Okay.
I think he's admin for United Stanger. Not even Chelsea, and he's tracking flight. There's one in about 20 minutes from Farnborough right next to Cobham to Lisbon.
I know this guy. He's famous for putting flight track details.
He also does the team news, but like he's just sent one Farnborough to Lisbon 8:30 UK.
Private jet.
All right,
that's the bigger delegation, most likely. It makes too much sense.
Fingers crossed,
guys.
bro.
I've sent the Discord link in there. I'm not sure if it's clickable, but try it. Let someone try it if it's clickable. If you can send it somewhere else, I hope so. I just dropped the link in the. Yeah, I think it's clickable. Yeah, it is clickable. You can join Blue Clouds Media on that platform, and then shoot me a message. We got 25 of us watching the stream at this moment, guys. It's very, very important if you put a like on the video and also subscribe if you haven't subscribed to this platform. We have a lot to talk about now. We're gonna go into, unless we have any more news in regard to. Yeah, Ryan. Ryan, go ahead.
Can I quick?
Yeah.
Can I very, very quickly comment on Enzo?
Do not quick. Go ahead and talk. Don't quick.
Cheers, man.
You're welcome.
So yeah, just kind of been tracking socials and just been monitoring socials the last few hours and just seeing the usual saltiness from rival fans, saying how can Chelsea spend that much money on a player that's only played like half a season in the kind of top European level. But I was just reading an article whilst the stream's been going on the statistics of Enzo Fernandez, his first half a season with Benfica, and they are outrageous. I don't know if the viewers are aware of this, but he has got the most passes in the whole of the league so far this season, the second most assists. He's created 30 chances for his teammates. And not to mention, obviously, he's played the group stage of the Champions League, and Benfica picked PSG and Juventus to top of their group. So, anyone who is doubting this guy, yes, he doesn't have the kind of long track record or pedigree, but Chelsea are investing in potential here. His stats are just amazing in such a short space of time. And not to mention as well, Man City and Real Madrid, I think, were scouting him even before the World Cup, and they were trying to convince him to join them. And then I think he ended up going to Benfica. So this is Chelsea have got a serious talent if this deal goes through.
See, this is why I always love Ryan. As a neutral fan, he will tell you. Big up to you, Brian. Big up to you. I really appreciate his his contribution on the platform. I'm very, very happy for the way he breaks things down and then come from a neutral point of view. He's giving the statistics. The statistics are right there for everyone to look into it. But rival fans, don't be salty. It is football. If your club can do it and Chelsea is doing it, just appreciate goodness. The second coming of Roman Abramovich is here. The second coming of Roman Abramovich. So,
look, guys, I am going to go in a bit, man. I was going to go in a bit, man. But honestly, this is one of the best shows, man, I've ever been on. This platform, bruv. Big up coach as well, man. I see him in the chat as well. Look, I want everyone here, man, to add me on Twitter, CFCOGW6. And we need to talk, man. I want all of you to come on my show bit by bit, I always have Liverpool lads. I do a little big six as well. Got a Man City man, Man United man. We'll try to do that as well. I could take the bants. I could give it out. You know what I mean? I'm thick-skinned. Nothing's personal. But yeah, man. I see you guys know what you're talking about. So please add me on Twitter, CFCOGW6, and we'll get talking. And hopefully I can have you all on bit by bit, man. Before matches, after match. I love doing watch-alongs. And yeah, man, just a pleasure being here, honestly, man. Big up, man. Big up, man. Big up. Everyone just smash the likes, subscribes up. I hope you get more subscriptions now. Hope it grows more, brother. And you'll definitely come on my channel, brother. You're definitely coming on no matter what, man.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm
going to see you guys tomorrow anyway. I'm going to see you guys tomorrow. You're doing an all-day one. Is that correct?
Yeah, we'll be all day. We'll be on and off. If you come on the platform, anyone that comes on the platform and then you don't see me, but the platform will be running. The YouTube will be running all day. We'll be going in and out in terms of the camera view. Seeing me, we'll be going in and out. But it will be, giving you guys the transfer that is going around. Europe.
How are you gonna eat, man? You eating on stream, yeah? You having breakfast on the stream?
Oh, I'll try. I'll stop myself a little bit. I never eat on the platform. I'll try and stop myself.
Nazan, you're going to be suited up as well.
I have some other stuff. I'll talk to OG behind the scenes later. Guys, put OG's link. Click on it, guys. If you're watching him, amazing person, very, very nice. He doesn't hesitate.
You guys, man.
No
thank
problem
you,
at all.
My pleasure, man.
Call on him,
I'm gonna add my link in the chat soon.
Yeah, it's right there. It's right in the comment section.
Oh, nice, you done it. Yes, big up, man. Yeah, he's done it. And Blue Blood asked me, do I like 99p flakes? Of course, man. The ice cream man at home, either way, bro. My favorite ice cream, bro. Vanilla.
Yeah. Guys, so OG's link is right. I've done it twice. Yeah.
Thank you,
Get it.
brother,
Click
man.
on it.
Thank you.
Subscribe. Follow him on Twitter. Amazing person. He'll break things down for you if you want to know more about Enzo Fernandez. My man is right there. Follow him up. It's very, very
Yeah, I'm gonna be
important.
dropping a lot of stuff.
Let's keep growing. OG, I want to say
Always,
I really appreciate you coming. It means a lot to me. And then all my co-hosts, you know, we're still growing. And then OG will be back again tomorrow. OG will be back again
tomorrow, mate,
guys.
bruv, man. Up the Chelsea, mate. Up the Chelsea, bruv.
What time is it? OG? What time is it down in Morocco?
Morocco is only 1 hour difference from London, isn't it, man? So
okay,
I still
so
feel like I'm at home. So it's what time is it now?
Are you one ahead or one behind?
One ahead. It's 9:20
So it's
now.
20 past
basically.
9 for you, right?
Yeah, 20 past 9 for me here. It's not much difference, man. It helps me. I can work from abroad. And yeah, man, I'm trying to focus on YouTube, Twitter, a bit of TikTok. You know, it's a bit of fun there.
yeah, we'll be joining your space anytime you're hosting the space. Yeah, I'll be there. We'll be joining your space. I'll drop more of my guys to your platform also. Yeah.
I know you must have a Twitter group, right? You must have a Chelsea. I got 1 or 2, man. I'll add you guys in it. I'm on the Liverpool group as well, you know. Like all I do is all right.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah, cheers. Definitely.
All right, we'll follow you, OG. Thank you very much, and enjoy the rest of your evening, brother.
You too, man. Love brothers, man. Take care, man.
Mm-hmm.
Cheers.
Take care, bro.
Bye.
Safe.
Oh, what a stream, guys! What a stream! Now the stream is back to Stavy. Stavy, everything is back for you now. Stavy, everything.
Just quickly, you seen the thing I put in our chat?
The
one on here.
Let me see that real quick. This is coming from Stavy. Says you're letting me back in. I think
he
I
must
did.
have
Sorry,
been in the behind the scenes bit, innit?
Yeah. Sorry, Stavy. When I have a lot of people on the screen, it goes beyond underneath the screen, and if I don't see it, if I'm not paying so much attention, I'm very sorry for keeping you behind the scenes for too long, Stavy. Ben Jacob confirmed the Ziyech story. Oh my God, is it the PSG move, Steven? Is it the PSG move for Ben Jacob? PSG. Okay, here we go.
Yeah.
Big up to you, Snoopy GG. Brother, thank you very much. I think it's my first time seeing you on this platform. I really appreciate your time and listening to what we have here on the platform. We always say it as it is. We don't sugarcoat it. We're not, we're not biased. We just say it as it is. So thank you very much for being on the platform. Kim So said, question. I'm not sure what the question is. CFC OG, does he have a YouTube channel? I think, yeah, CFC OG has a YouTube channel, but it looks like it's not... he does. I don't know, but I'll send his YouTube channel. I'll copy the link and send it to you right now, Kim. So, my brother, if you want it, I'll copy it and send it to you right now on the platform, so you guys can subscribe to CFC OG's platform. Kim So said, Poro versus Felix in the derby. Poro versus Felix in the derby, guys. What do you make? And I'm gonna start from Ryan, but then we'll come to Steven. Poro versus Felix in the derby.
Oh, that's a difficult one. Yeah, I mean, I rate Pedro.
Patrick, big up to you. I think this has been the fastest rebuild in history.
Fabrizio, I think, tweeted a few minutes ago to say, that Tottenham and Sporting are resolving the issues and it's expected to be completed tomorrow. Pedro Porro to Tottenham.
Okay.
Yeah, we thought the deal was going to fall. I mean, he's going to collapse, but it looks like he's going to go through. All right, I'll send the link for you. I've sent his I'll send that one to you for you right now, so you can get it from CFC OG. I'll send his Twitter link to you, Kim. So I hope you're doing very, very well. So yeah, this is a YouTube link.
Nizan, I did have one question to ask Stav and Stephen, and probably and yourself and all the viewers. It's obviously it looks like Enzo is likely to sign and join tomorrow. Don't want to tempt fate or jinx anything, but what are the panel and the viewers' thoughts on the future of Zakaria? Because obviously we know that Jorginho and maybe one or two other midfielders will eventually be sold. Do you think Zakaria, Chelsea could exercise the option to buy him, make the loan permanent? Obviously, there's concerns with his injuries, and I personally think as a neutral, the performances we've seen he's been pretty good. Bearing in mind, this is a player who kind of joined in weird circumstances. Tuchel didn't want him. I think he was signed by people higher up. I remember reading an article, Tuchel didn't even recognize him when he saw him at Cobham on the first day. He didn't even know who he was. So he joined in kind of difficult circumstances. And I think he showed kind of his best form in the Champions League, especially against, I can't remember who it was, but he played really well in the Champions League. And also I think he played pretty well against Man City. I remember that performance. He's only made 9 appearances. He's obviously had this injury issue. But then Juventus have their issues, don't they, financially? They've been deducted 15 points. They have an obligation to buy Moises Caicedo for 25 million. They've incurred losses of like 200 million in the last financial year. And the reports I read is Juve would be very, very keen to make that loan permanent. And they're even willing to negotiate the fee. Like it doesn't have to be the 30 million euros or whatever is in the loan contract. So yeah, just interested to know people's thoughts on that.
Go on then, Stephen.
Okay. Guys, if you're watching up, I'm gonna put Chelsea Perspective link in the chat. If you don't know much about Chelsea Perspective, another amazing big YouTube Chelsea fan over there. He does a very, very good work. You can check him out. His link is right in there. In the comment section. Follow him up. OG's YouTube link is also over there. Follow him up, and also his Twitter page is also over there. You can follow them all, and then keep the blue flag flying high. So, guys, you guys got my message, right?
Yeah. Go on, Stephen.
Have fun.
Answer Ryan's question. Stephen, you still there?
Sugar.
Yeah, Stephen
I
is
didn't
muted for a
realise I
little bit.
was
He's here.
Wake up. Do you think
Just on Zakaria, do you want him to stay or not?
Anyway.
Just Zakaria, do you think Chelsea should exercise the loan and get him permanently?
I'll give you my answer when I turn around.
Go on, go away.
Okay. This is assuming that you sign Enzo tomorrow.
Hold on a minute, Stephen. Oh, big up to my big brother here, God of Frogs. It's been a while. I know tempers are down now. Your temper is down, and you're back to the platform, my brother. We don't mean to upset you, my friend. We love you. We love all the fans. So whatever went through the other day, don't get upset. We all talk football over here, and I really appreciate your coming. Stavi is here. On behalf of what happened the other day, I apologize to you, and I hope you're doing very, very well. It's just let's criticize constructive criticism, but not just point fingers and insult our players. That's all we're trying to say. But I hope you're back. We miss you a lot. I miss you especially. I miss you a lot. Kepa, I think. Kepa Zakaria from Kim So, and then Blue Blood said Fulham are interested in Berge. So yeah, thank you very much, guys. One love. Go ahead, Stephen.
Yeah, so just quickly on the Sander Berge thing, I'll get to Ryan's question in a second. The loan offer was in the summer, if I remember correctly. And regarding the Fulham thing, I believe Fulham put down an offer of 20 million this window plus add-ons. So it'd be interesting to see how that goes, but we don't need him now anyway, because we were looking at loans for if we didn't get our permanent transfers. So we look like we're about to get Enzo, so that'd be sealed anyway. But yeah, back to your question, Ryan. I think it's too early to say, but with Kovacic considering his future, Jorginho out of contract, or who knows, maybe he even leaves in the last, 26 or so hours that we've got left. If those two things were to happen, I think you may as well exercise it, especially with the performances he's been putting in. The clause is about 25 million, especially in the market, the market now. I think for what we've seen, if he's consistent with it when he comes back from injury, it's definitely worth the 25 million. But yeah, that's my view. At the moment, it's too early, but yeah, it could definitely be worth it. So I'm interested to see what his performances are like when he came back. And interestingly, just quickly touch on it. We're talking about Jorginho, but Jorginho weren't playing when Zakaria was, because just there was nowhere for Jorginho to fit in anyway. It's only since Zakaria has been injured that Jorginho has actually started games again. So yeah, just wanted to chuck that bit in there as well.
Yeah, that's a good point. Star, what's your thoughts?
What's my thoughts? Let him go. We have to if the deal goes through, let him go. We have to start thinking about some of the academy players, right? And we don't know if Kante is leaving, right? It's all mixed signals at the moment. Let him go. I don't want to be feathering other clubs' nests. He's Juventus' problem. They let him go for a reason, right? And it wasn't money. And I'd rather see Hall play, right? If Mount and Gallagher are staying, I'd rather see them play, right? Don't get me wrong. I know he's done well, right? He's done well, but we have to think about squad sizes and stuff like that. And at some point, we have to start realising that we have to have homegrowns in that squad. Everybody's getting carried away with all these foreign signings, right? And they're forgetting the English players. And that for me is just a nonsense. Just let him go. If he sees the season out, okay. But let him go. Got Charlie Webster can play there as well. Harvey Vale's back. He can play in the midfield. We don't need him. Simply don't need him. Whether Jorginho's going anywhere and Kovacic may go, right? Come the summer, we're going to need a marquee signing to give this squad a boost, right? And for me, that's Declan Rice. So Zakaria, we don't need him. If we get Declan Rice during the summer, just send him back. I wouldn't exercise the option. And Rice is English, which becomes more important now. Was that a good enough answer?
Yeah. I agree with a lot of what you said. So, cheers, guys.
Yeah. So, what was discussed while I was away? Because I dropped out a bit because my phone was heating up. With regards to Lukaku, let me just clarify something, right? I'm not saying he should come back, right? But the option might not be up to us. We might be forced to take him back. And where I disagree with Mo, right, is that I believe Potter is the one who could get him playing because of the psychological aspect of his management and his degree and working with players, right, including awkward ones. So I actually think he'd be more suited to it than Tuchel was. Look, Tuchel, right, he was all about doing it now, winning now, building his CV. And Lampard's the same. They're the type of managers, right, who want you to spend a fortune. I mean, it sounds a bit weird saying it now, considering how much money we've just spent, right, and how much we may add to that, right? But Tuchel and Lampard wanted big money signings, right, who are going to hit the ground running and may only last a couple of seasons, 3 seasons, and then you're at it again. You're needing to restock again. This rebuild is for long term, right? They're on long term contracts for a reason, and it's not just amortization, right? You get players on a long term contracts. They can't walk. It's not easy for them to walk away on a free. That's one thing, right? The other thing is you build a stronger team, a stronger knit team. You're all around each other and you all start playing for each other, right? If it's a regular squad. If you're continuously changing 4 or 5 players a season, you just can't build that, right? And I think that's what Klopp did. And I think now Mane's gone, and some of them are getting old, and basically he's now paying the price for it. And that's another thing we have to think about. With regards to the salaries, right, I said this the other night, yeah, now a lot of these players are on garbage salaries where they are, right? Ziyech, he's only on 100,000, right? Considering that he came from Ajax, being Ajax's star man. He's only on 100,000, right? Mendy, I think, is on 95, something like that. So they're coming from leagues which pay poorly because they don't have the money that the Premier League has. So a lot of players are going to come, even if you offer them 120, 130 grand a week, which is still a lot of money. But don't just assume that a player is going to come in expecting to get 300,000, right? Just like that. Because they've not been getting that. Even in Argentina, Brazil and places like that, they get peanuts in comparison. That's why they all want to move to Europe. So I'll be interested to see, right? Because it always comes out, doesn't it? Salaries and stuff like that. Although the media do tend to blow them up. But don't think that all these players are coming in on a fortune, right? And Sterling came in on a big deal because he was already on a big deal, and that's what you had to pay him to entice him. Same with Lukaku. He was on a big deal at Inter Milan, and you have to offer him a big deal to entice him. Reece James, right, he's been playing for the club nearly 5 years, and he's been there since he was a kid, 6, 7, 8-year-old, whatever he was, right? And he's only just to say started getting 230 grand, I think he's on, or 250, right? So he's had to work for that money, right? And same thing with Mason Mount. All these people who are attacking Mason Mount, right? Nobody knows what he's asked for, right? The media are stirrers, right? They create problems. And it's been going on ever since Roman, even before Roman, when Ken Bates was the chairman. The media hated Chelsea, right? Because Ken Bates was abrasive and he liked to pick arguments with the media, right? And Roman's the opposite. He's a foreigner who's come in, spent millions, right? And they don't like that, right? And now we've got Americans who are going to spend a fortune. So it's going to just carry on. That's not going to change, where we get lots of abuse and all that kind of stuff, right? But I don't see the point, right, of keeping Zakaria, because he's not, let's be honest, as well as he's played, he's not a superstar, is he? It's not like we're getting a big deal who's miles better than what we already have or have in the academy, because we got lots of good kids who are going to come through, and that's the whole point. Right? We've got the experienced players at the top. You got Mason Mount, Gallagher, all them not, who are going to push into that zone and become the experienced players. These guys who we're signing now, they're going to become the Mason Mount and Gallagher top players, but with less experience. And then the kids coming from the academy are going to be pushing in to where this lot are now. And we have got some really good kids, right? So just ignore the media. The media are just there to stare, right? And they just hate Chelsea. You only have to see them when they're discussing us, right? The media are more salty than some rival supporters. Rival supporters are just jealous. Did anybody complain, right, when Pep Guardiola spent 744 million in 2 seasons? Okay, we've done it slightly quicker, but that's how much he spent in 2 seasons. Nobody complained. Well, they did. They had a moan, right? Man United fans would have moaned. Liverpool would have moaned. Me, I couldn't care less. And I couldn't say that with all honesty at the time. Didn't bother me, right? because we'd done it to a lower level to get to where we are, and now Mr. Boehly and Clearlake want to take us to a step even higher than we already were. So yeah, Rather fans will get salty, and the media will twist every single story that they can come up with. Who's still here? Have you all gone? Ryan? Hello? Oh dear. Blue Blood. Put some comments on. What's that comment? Interested in Berge. Yeah, I saw that. Where's everyone gone? Oh, Jesus. Okay, right. Well, I'll have to carry on talking, boring the backsides off you, because Ryan got kicked out, and I'm not in a position to put him back in because I'm not actually hosting the show. So, Blue Blood, send me some questions via our other link so that I can answer the questions online if you're listening. Okay, anyway, like I said before, we all want to win the Champions League, and we've got a reasonable chance, but don't assume that it's going to just happen just because of these few signings, because we can only register so many of them. Fourth place is a bit of a stretch. I think it's like OG said with Newcastle. So that's a bit of a stretch, but it's possible. It's possible. Newcastle could just blow up. They could get a few injuries like we did, so that's possible. Jorginho to Arsenal. I just don't see what he could give them. Arsenal's game is based on playing quick, fast football and moving the ball quickly, using the flanks and things like that. So that I don't see what Jorginho could give to Arsenal. Right, the Blue Bloods asked me, what do people think of Kante possibly going to Liverpool? I don't think it's going to happen now. Potentially in the summer, if he chooses to. But the guy's really happy in London, so I'm not seeing him going to Liverpool. It's just not for me anyway. I can't see him going to Liverpool. I mean, he could have went back to Paris and been close to family, and he rejected PSG because he wanted to stay in London. Whether that means he would go to Arsenal or Tottenham, slightly more likely than Liverpool, I would think. But I don't think he'll go to Liverpool. And I think if he does leave, he may well leave England. But I think he's going to extend and he's going to stay. And you'll have him, Lewis Hall. You've got hopefully Enzo, and I hope, just my personal preference, is to get Declan Rice, because Declan Rice would release Enzo to be a more all-round player. Enzo's strengths are the fact that he can resist the press He's got a good low sense of gravity. He's a sharp turner. He can turn on the ball. He's good at sniffing out the dangers from the opposition and snuffing it out and stopping the position from playing. And it's not just about his attacking prowess. And like OG said, his ability to pass through lines, which Jorginho doesn't do. I mean, it's Jorginho's last open play goal was at Arsenal when we won 2-1. And he's got, I think, all of 5 or 6 assists in his five years at the club. So I just don't see what Jorginho offers to a Premiership side, especially not Arsenal, who are like built to attack quickly. That's why he has so many young guys and quick players. So I don't think so. If he's going to be there as a backup to Partey, if Partey's fit, Partey plays as far as I'm concerned. So, but if it means we get 5 million for him or something like that, if he goes tomorrow, that's fine by me. Oh shit! Yeah, the reason I want Declan Rice. Okay, I know a lot of you don't want him, right? But Declan Rice, as I said, Enzo strength, our defensive mid, right? And if we want to play a double DM system, he's a perfect partner for him. Also, he's quite good at playing the passes through the lines as well. He's okay running at the lines. He's also, because he's started off as a centre-half, he's got the ability to drop in just in front of the defence and protect the defence. So he's more likely to sit with allowing Enzo to go forward. The whole point of players who are good at playing through the lines is the fact that we will play. I believe we will play with 4 at the back, which means that Chilwell, Cucurella, Gusto, or Reece James will join the attacks, and they're capable of bringing both of those players into play as well. We'll play with a 3-man midfield, which means we'll have an attacking midfielder who can go forward as well. So it's a good system. He's also a leader, right? He's West Ham's captain. He leads by example. If there's problems on the pitch, he gets in there and he backs up his teammates, a bit like John Terry used to. I think he's quite good at set pieces as well, corners, free kicks, things like that. And what we've suffered from a lot is when we've had corners, free kicks at the top end of the pitch, and we've lost the ball quickly, and it's come back towards us. Jorginho wasn't capable of coping with that kind of thing. He was often the last man. Declan Rice will possibly be better at that, or even Lewis Hall. It's something different from Enzo. They have got similarities, but he offers something different from Enzo. If you're going to get Caicedo as well, all he's going to do is he's going to end up attacking, right? And I think that'll take something away from Enzo as well. So we don't need those 2 players. Caicedo's more on attacking. He's not as good snuffing out defences, opposition attacks. And we need to adapt that side of our game where we don't allow opposition teams into our half and into our box as much as we did in the last 6 months or so. But Yeah, it's difficult for me to explain. How can I put this? To explain why it's better to have two different types of players with similarities. Also, I've been told that it appears Man City are interested in signing Chilwell. I don't think so. Even if they are, I would do what Benfica did and put a ridiculous price on his head. A fully fit Chilwell is important to the team, and I don't think he would go there. And the guy's enjoyed being at Chelsea apart from the injuries, and I think he knows he owes Chelsea something for sticking by him. So no, don't think Chilwell will go to Man City. That's just my opinion. Obviously, other people will think differently. Plus, we need to keep English players. We need to keep English players as well. We have to have a minimum of 8 homegrown players in the top 25. Right? If we don't have the 8 homegrown players, then we can't have the 17 foreigners. So if there's one English less, that means you have one foreign less. The squad reduces by taking away the foreign players if you don't have the 8. So is there really a better left back at the moment than Chilwell when he's fit? I don't think so. I'm not sure. I think he said that he was a Chelsea fan as well, so I'm not 100% certain on that one. I don't really know what to say. I mean, for me, we need to lower our expectations for the next 4 or 5 months, because these are the 4 or 5 months that Potter's finally going to have the team. No cups. Like last weekend, there was the FA Cup. Last week, midweek, and this week, midweek, was the Carabao Cup. So he's having time to work with those players. And the players have to understand what he wants from them as well. And because of the injuries and internationals and stuff like that, 3 games a week, right? When you got 3 games a week, you can't work on things as much. You're working on playing the opponent that you're due to play, and you're concentrating on that. So you can't really get over your philosophy. So we have to lower down our expectations. He's got now to build on what we have, mould the team into the way he wants it, and the team to understand what he wants. And finally, he actually gets to learn properly what his players can give. And we have to just still give the guy a chance, right? During December, we had 20 players missing that he couldn't work with, 20 out of 25. So we need to give the guy a chance. And one of them was Berge, who's now injured. So he's had a good look at the youngsters. He knows what the academy's got to offer. He knows what Hutchinson, Chukwuemeka, and all those players, and Chalobah have to offer to the club and to the team, and how to fit them in. So we have to just give him a chance, right? This guy, who a lot of people think hasn't done anything, he built that Brighton team that you're now seeing flying, knocking Liverpool out of the cups and stuff like that. Yeah, so he built that Brighton team, okay? And now Zerbi, or what his name is, he's come in, he's inherited a good team. But when Potter started off in Sweden, and he took an amateur team, that's bank managers, car repairers and all that stuff, right? He took that team to 4 promotions to the top flight. He won the Swedish Cup, right? And he took them into Europa League, and he basically went to Emirates and beat Arsenal. So this guy is good at beating the big teams, right? He's good at beating the big teams. And he won one trophy, the Swedish Cup, which is exactly the same thing that Tuchel won in Germany. He won one German Cup, Potter won one Swedish Cup. But Tuchel doesn't have 4 promotions in his locker. So anyway, thank God you're back.
I apologize deeply to everyone that's watching StreamYard for that little technical problems over there. StreamYard decided they want to kick everybody out whilst I was just running doing something, and then I heard Stav over. Anybody there? Oh, everybody's gone.
Yeah, Phantom's there.
And I was like, Stav, keep going. I can hear you. Keep going.
Yeah,
Okay.
Phantom. Apparently, Phantom's got a question.
Okay, I got lots of comments. I'm gonna read, guys. Don't worry. I'll read all your comments. Frog, Frog of God of Frogs. Do not worry. All your comments, I'll read them. I don't keep Ziyech until the summer. I'll read everything as they come on. So, Phantom, what's the question? Declan, what's the question? Where do I even start from? It says 50 comments. That's a lot. 50 of them.
That's what I was saying. We got loads of comments we need to catch up on.
I bet most of them are saying, shut up, Stav.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, just quickly, the Ziyech to PSG, it's a loan deal with no option by sounds of it.
Okay, loan deal. I mean, I'm happy for him. I'm happy he's moving on so we can have different options. I want him to play football because I don't want him to sit at the club for another extra 6 months or 4 months without playing football. So yeah, I'm very happy he's moving on at this moment. God of Frog said that depends what kind of rules Zakaria would accept. He's going deep. Deep option, but not Premier League title winning quality. I agree with you. That's why it took quite some time before Graham Potter gave him a chance. Mr. Asman said, "Nee, I want to sleep. I had busy day. Good night, everyone. See you later." Thank you very much, Mr. Asman. I hope that you have a very, very good sleep. I hope tomorrow, by the time you come back, we're gonna have a good news for you in regards to or maybe you even find out the news yourself with either Chelsea sign a new person. What's the name? Enzo Fernandez. If Chelsea sign him or not. So yeah, I hope by the time you come back, Chelsea might have signed that player. We're waiting for the good news. So Declan Rice is my first choice from Phantom of Many topic. He said soon. It says soon. Sap Bales is my choice. Also, I've seen the guy you're talking about. And the guy that I have on my list, Soon Sap Bale, I think he's on my list. Rice, Leo, God no, Rice.
Soon Sap Bale's not a right winger. He's a striker.
God of Frog said, depend what kind of rule. Zachary, I think I've read that one. I'm trying to get what does Rice even add to our midfield? He defends a little better than Jorginho. He's slow on the ball. Link-up play isn't better than Jorginho. Less forward passes. So that's how God of Frogs sees maybe Declan Rice's way of play. That's his opinion on it. Well accepted. I love that from God of Declan is defender. I'm a dual supporter of both teams that geographically play in Fulham. That's all something of many topic with them. My brother here says Collins, the gamer, says Ziyech to PSV. Yes, Ziyech to PSV. It's on fire. I just want him to go and play with Hakimi, so that will give him some more of game playing time. I asked about what people think if Kante joined Liverpool. Stav, did you answer that question?
Yeah, I don't see it happening.
Okay.
Me personally, I don't see it happening.
Ryan and Steven, did you guys get to say anything about that question?
No, because they weren't in the panel, were they?
They were in the dugout. Were you guys in the dugout?
Yeah. Go on then, Ryan.
You guys have anything to say in regards to that question from Blue Blood?
Kante joined Liverpool. I mean, I take him. I take anyone right now in our midfield. Even if Kante could only give us like half a season, given his recent injury issues, I take it. It's better than what we have.
This is coming from Give Me Sports. It says Arsenal could be eager to get one over the Blues in the battle of Declan Rice. So if Chelsea are bringing in Enzo and bringing in that player, do we see Rice going to Arsenal by in summer?
He only goes to Arsenal if we don't want him.
And that's what it's looking like.
It's the only way he goes to
Chelsea
Arsenal.
still want him.
Yeah, he only goes to Arsenal if we don't want him. Right? It's as simple as that. Because he's going to want to be part of this project. Right? Arsenal have done the finished article. All they can do is tweak. Right? They've reached their peak. That was poetic, wasn't it? Right? For me, they've reached their peak. And they can just do a tweak here and there. Right? But our potential, right, is unboundless. We could be anything, right, with that potential that's in that squad. And a lot of people have made a big deal out of Enzo's statistics and stuff like that. Okay? But we already knew that Boehly, right, works on statistics and stats and facts and figures and stuff like that, right? And they won't have just picked him because of the World Cup. They'll have looked into him deep, Enzo, right? And have seen
They would have
how
gone back
performances.
to River Plate days potentially.
Hey, yeah, they probably have. Yeah, they probably have. They probably have, and it's the same thing with the other players. Right?
You get a broader sample size by doing that.
Yeah, they'll have got this. No, just 1 second. They'll have got all these statistics on a whole group of players, right? Yeah. Then what they've done is they've done a list of these players, and they've sat down with the new guys who've come in to do the recruitment and that, with Potter as well, and they'll have worked through all those stats, right? They'll have watched these players as well, right? Because we've got worldwide scouting, what people don't understand, right? So they know what they're capable of. They've got the stats, and they won't have just picked these players out of the sky and thought, oh, he had a good World Cup, let's go and sign him. He will have been in our attention before that, right? And what he did in the World Cup will have backed up what they already knew about him.
Would a rubber stamp it, basically?
Eh? Yeah.
Would have put a rubber stamp on what they knew?
Yeah, he's put a rubber stamp on what they were thinking of him, right? And now they're working through that list, right, of players that they narrowed it down to, and they're building for 10 years, right, of these players, right? And like I said earlier on, the whole point, it's not just about amortization, it's about getting players to contracts where they can't just walk away, like Christensen did, like Rudiger did, right? And the thing is, even Hazard could have walked away, right? He only had 1 year left, right? And he could have played one more season and just walked away on the free. But he was honest. He told the whole world, didn't he? He wanted to go to Real Madrid. He gave us a great last season, right? Got us to 2 finals, won the Europa. So he gave us something before he left. He didn't just walk away. But having this length of contracts makes it harder for players to do that. And then if they want to leave, it's on our terms. And the more you've got left on a contract, the more you can ask for, right? So, and you saw that. How we got 150 million, right? For Hazard is beyond me, right? It's beyond me how we managed that.
That was a good deal from Marina.
Yeah, with 1 contract left. Yeah, but we got all our money back for Morata and for Costa as well. And we got 2 or 3 seasons out of each of them and still got all the money back. You know what I mean? So, It would have been nice, shall I say, if she'd stayed and was willing to work with Todd. Right, that would have made us
let me
even more
share.
powerful.
Go ahead.
Go on.
Keep talking. No, go
No,
ahead.
that's
Keep
it.
talking. No, I was
No.
saying that I was going to share something with you guys in regards to what the new jersey for next season is looking like. This one is shared by someone, Philip.
Go on then.
Bear in mind, it won't be exactly that because obviously Free aren't going to be our sponsor.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. But this is what the design is looking like at this moment. And I don't think it's that bad. If you look at the one in the middle looks like the one from 2 seasons ago. The one in the middle looks like the one from 2 seasons ago. Steven, if you can remember. Stuff, if you remember. The one with the yellow in the middle. I mean, the yellow around it. You know, if I have one of those. But this one also looks like I mean, it's blue, but it looks like the other version of that golden looking color. I think it's this season we have that third kit or something like that.
Are there 2 blue kits there?
Yeah, 2 blue kits, another one looks green.
Yeah, but it's from one of those, what's it called? Apparently it's originated from that, what's it called? That page that always seems to get them right.
Yeah. So Santiago said next season.
I think.
Next season, if Chilwell doesn't play 30 out of 38 games, then we have to get rid of him. Availability is more important than ability. It is true. It is true because they pay huge amounts of money and they get injured so many times. They sit on the bench. It's costing the football team. It's costing the club also. Ziyech loan to PSG means better. Potter already loves what he sees with Madueke in practice. I'm sure Madueke. I've seen a little glimpse of him. I haven't seen a whole 90 minutes yet. But you know, if what's his name, Zakaria has to go, that means that I believe what you in the comments is perfect. You've seen lots of work from him, and they believe he can keep him for the future. If there's any comment that I missed, guys, let me know. And that is very, very important to read. Let me know. Besides, but God of Frog said big up to me. Big up to you, God of Frog. I'm always very happy to see you. But Collins also, Ziyech to PSG, he said, I'm sure. Stav, you were saying something. Ryan, if anyone have anything to say, you can just come in, guys. Let's have a discussion.
Yeah, the comments I've seen.
Oh, I123 said something. Let me read that one real quick. I think YouTube kicked lots of people off. Brother, keep talking. Stavi. Okay. And then she said again, YouTube missing up big time, guys. I've had I have to close everything out for reopen it. Okay. Thank you. I123. Okay, Stavi. Ryan, Steven, anything you guys want to go in?
Well, the thing is, the comments. The comments I've seen from Potter regarding Ziyech is that he's won him over, right? And there's no guarantee that Noni's going to hit the ground running and be consistent, right? Because he's coming into a different thing that he was in at PSV, right? PSV totally different from Chelsea, right? So there's no guarantee, but we have to offload players to reduce the squad, right? Yeah. And it's mostly foreign players we have to offload. So people are getting excited that Gallagher might leave or Mount might leave or whatever, right? It's not gonna happen in great numbers because we have to keep hold of them. Ruben Loftus-Cheek will leave, I believe, right? Okay. And I'm okay with that. Because I think he needs to go somewhere where he's going to play more and in his own position. Yeah. And so I'm okay with that, right? But we still have to retain the 8 homegrown players in the squad. Okay. You don't have the 8 homegrown players, you can't have the 17 foreign players. For every homegrown player that you're short of 8, you have to remove a foreign player from your squad. Yeah. So they're needed. Those players are needed.
Nazan, I agree with what...
I was going to come to you.
No worries.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, I agree with what Stav is saying about you need to preserve your homegrown players, but it's going to be a very fascinating kind of deadline day for Chelsea. Not just getting the Enzo deal over the line. It's now we're looking at the other side of the coin. Who could be leaving? Could Chelsea say to Conor Gallagher that you're not within our long-term plans and you need to find a new club, and then he needs to decide. He has a decision to make. I think Everton have obviously been very transparent. They've sold Gordon to Newcastle and they're reinvesting basically all the funds. They've offered the full 45 million, I think, for 40 million plus 5 million add-ons for Conor Gallagher. So the kind of early reports I've seen, the new news is that he doesn't want to join Everton, and he would want to only join a top 6 club. So it depends on whether Newcastle maybe come in with a loan with an obligation to buy. But it's interesting because if you sign Enzo, let's say Ziyech goes to PSG and you guys get a loan fee for that. And then let's say hypothetically you sell Gallagher for 40 or 45 million. You're recouping almost half that outlay on Enzo.
Yeah.
Not exactly, but I'm just kind of ballpark roughly saying here, you're recouping half that outlay on Enzo Fernandez in the space of a day. That's impressive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but they've also said that they don't want to strengthen teams that are rivals for top 4 players.
See, at the end of the day, I'm very, very happy from where Ziyech is going. Ziyech is going to the French league. It's not going to affect us. It's not strengthening any Premier League position in regards to where he was being linked to Arsenal. He's been linked to Newcastle United and all that kind of stuff. Because I know Newcastle will fade out a little bit with time. Give a couple more days, couple more games.
Maybe.
Newcastle will fade out. Yeah,
maybe, but that means we don't need to strengthen them. We don't need to give them the ability to get back in again. Right? You'd be okay with Ziyech going to PSG until we draw them in the Champions League, right? And I'm pretty certain we will, right? That's any player that leaves us has a tendency to come back in the Champions League. Hazard, prime example, twice, right? And the thing is that that's a potential banana skin because the loanee rule doesn't apply to UEFA. He's allowed to play.
That's what happened with Courtois, isn't it?
Yeah, he's allowed to play. So Gallagher, if he's going to go, I'd rather he went on loan to either a foreign team or they buy him outright. Yeah, but I'm 100% certain that Ruben Loftus-Cheek is going to leave. If Ruben Loftus-Cheek leaves and Gallagher leaves, we're down to 7, which means we can only have a 23-man squad.
Yeah.
Right. So, and from what I've understood, they're willing to listen to offers, but they're not necessarily in a hurry to push him out either. Right. And I suppose if Gallagher leaves, you can then say Chukwuemega's in as a homegrown, FA trained. So if Gallagher leaves, there's no way you're going to replace him because you can't take someone who's under 21 from the B list and put them into your senior list. Okay. So I'm sure, let's put it this way, I'm sure Boehly and Potter and the recruitment team know all this and they've planned for it.
Blue Blood said Jorginho to us now, please. I think he wants us to talk about it. God of War said, I'm not sure you're correct. I want to know what exactly he was talking about so we can see what his comment is. So cute. Says cut out Gallagher and then RLC, and then we only have 7 homegrown players. So let's get to.
You want me to name them? Does he want me to name them? Ruben
Yeah, you can
Loftus,
go ahead
you
and name
count them. You count them. You count them while I name them. Yeah,
Okay,
right. Ruben Loftus Cheek.
that's one.
Yeah. Chalobah. Yeah. Gallagher, Mason Mount, and who's the other one? We've got 5.
Reece
Right.
James.
Yeah, and
Reece
Reece James, right?
Right.
How many is that? Is that 5? Is that 5?
Yeah, that's 5.
Right. Then the other ones, right? Bettinelli. Okay.
Yeah.
Sterling.
Chilwell, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, Sterling, Chilwell, and Chukwuemeka. That's 9. Yeah.
Is Brogy
That's
not
5.
homegrown as well, though?
No, hang on a minute. That's 5 club-trained players. Yeah. Right. And 4 FA-trained players, which means Chukwuemeka is Aston Villa trained. Yeah. And Bettinelli was trained, I think, at Middlesbrough or somewhere like that. So, and then you've got Sterling, which would have been Liverpool or whatever Liverpool signed him from, right? And Chilwell, Leicester. Right?
Even Lukaku's homegrown as well, isn't he? I know he's on loan, but
yeah, he would have been homegrown if he was in the squad.
Yeah.
Right. So he allowed a maximum of 4 FA trained players. Yeah. So you would, if you have them 4 and you remove 2 from that 5 club trained, right? That leaves us with 7 because we have 9, but we're removing 2, which leaves us with 7, which then means we can only have 16 foreign players. Nee, you know I research all this stuff.
I know.
Right? I don't make comments about researching it.
I know. God of Frog has his own, but probably he didn't know all these numbers. Probably he said 7 homegrown players. He said cut out Gallagher and Reece Ruben Loftus-Cheek, and we only have 7 homegrown players. I think we have more. We have more than that, isn't it?
No, we don't. Don't. The others are on the under 21B list, and you can't take a player from the under 21B list and put them in as a homegrown. Yeah. That's why Berge is on the under 21B list. Is everyone falling out again?
No.
No, I'm here.
All right. So Hutchinson's on the under 21B list. Right? He's not listed as a homegrown. He's on the B list. Lewis Hall is on the B list because he's under 21. Right? So yes, we will only have 7 homegrown players, which will become 3 club trained and 4 FA trained. Right? FA trained means anyone from any club, as long as they were trained for up to 3 seasons with that club. Right? It's a possibility that Noni Madueke, right, he's English, right, and he spent 3 years at Tottenham, right, but we can only include 3 of the signings who've played in Europe. And even if we did, he would probably end up going on the B. How old is Madueke? How old's Noni?
Is he 20? I think.
Yes. Yeah. So if he's 20, he goes on the B list. So we still end up being short. Yeah.
Yeah, he's 20. He'll be 21 in March.
Yeah. So if he's 20, right, that means in March of last year is when he became 20, right? Which means January of last year, right, which is where the assessment is made. If you're born on January, right, of last year, because the season's 22-23. So you have to be born January, you have to be under 21. right, at the start of that season.
January
The season
2001, you're allowed to be registered as under
Yeah.
21 for the season, which
Yeah.
means because he's 2002, he'll be under 21 next season's registration as well.
Yeah, right. So that's what I'm saying. Is next season we'll just register him as an under 21 on the B list. That's what we did with Pulisic, right? When we signed Pulisic, he was on our B list as an under 21 in the EPL, but we couldn't do that in the Champions League. Right? That wasn't allowed in the Champions League because, as far as the Champions League's concerned, he wasn't FA or club trained. Right, so we couldn't list him, so he had to go in the 25-man A squad. Right, so we would end up with 7. Right. Can you control the questions, Stephen?
Is he gone?
He's disappearing.
Yeah,
He's
he said be
disappeared.
right back.
Yeah, can you see the comments in the chat? Go to the one after.
The ones after that are just me saying be right back.
Is it? What, he said it on the live chat?
He said it there and also in the private chat on StreamYard.
So there's nothing else there. Okay.
No.
God of Frogs, have you got any other question? Blue Blood, have you got any questions? Okay, have either of you two got anything to say then?
No, I was just reading about Ziyech.
Yeah,
I was just reading about Ziyech that this is apparently the rationale is that it's going to be a straight loan, like Stephen said, with no obligation to buy.
Yeah.
And Chelsea are hopeful that he'll perform well for PSG in those 6 months, and then he'll return to Chelsea, and then he can just fetch a higher transfer fee if they can sell him.
So basically, they're putting him in the shop window.
Yeah.
And yet the media was saying that we wouldn't entertain a loan; it had to be a sale. So
that's amusing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The media they'll take anything and twist it to suit their own narrative. And for me, I take everything from the media with a pinch of salt. I never believe everything. This is why I keep saying, until you see the player standing there with the shirt, don't believe everything you read. So, is God of Frogs still there, or has he disappeared?
No idea.
God of Frogs, have you got any other questions?
God of Frog, you have any more questions? So Stabby wants to know. No.
No.
Let me see. God of Frog. What God of Frog have to say? I don't think
the last one was the one about that. Just quickly, I'm not sure if you're aware of this guy, Kieran Maguire, right? He sort of knows
I've heard his name on TalkSport before. TalkSport.
Yeah, so one of the Chelsea accounts put this up. Kieran Maguire says if Chelsea sell Gallagher for £40 million by tomorrow's deadline, it would be the equivalent of Chelsea spending £280 million from other clubs on 7-year contracts in terms of amortization and a single year of FFP. What's that even mean? The wording of that sounds so confusing.
Yeah, what it means is because we've amortized, right? Yeah. All our signings on long-term contracts. Okay, right. Like if we sell him for 40 plus 5 add-ons, that becomes the equivalent, because they may only offer him a 3 or 4 year contract, which means that their amortization isn't as good as ours will be. That's my perception of the situation.
So we make sure which make things a little bit more better inside of Chelsea.
That Maguire guy, is he the one who's at Liverpool University and is an expert on Football Finance.
So we got 23 of us watching at this moment. If you just joining us, we're discussing Declan Rice, we're discussing Enzo Fernandez, and also Steven just tweeted and even shared with us if Chelsea are able to sell Gallagher for 40 million to is it Newcastle United, right?
Just in general, I think he just said
Just
40
in general.
million because
If
that's
they're able
what
to
was
sell
put
him
from Everton.
Okay, so we're still tweeting, we're still talking, discussing sports over here. Guys, do you have anything any more you want to add to before we move on to Joao Felix update and what it's looking like if it's ready?
No, I'm done. Yeah, I've got a question.
No, the only other thing, just quickly, is that obviously if we do sell Gallagher or another academy player, that's just pure profit because obviously they came through the academy. That's the only other thing that I've got on it. Whereas if you sell Jorginho, obviously you've got him from someone else. It's not.
Okay.
Plus, you're not going to sell Jorginho for what you got him for anyway.
Okay, God of War. I hope that Stab was able to answer your questions for you in regards to what you said, your comment. So let us know if you're satisfied with the answer that Stab gave to you. Let me know. Really appreciate it. And also, we're gonna move on. Steven have said it all. Ryan is there. Ryan has anything? He just Ryan can just bring it in if you have any more questions. Blue Blood said, "Do you think it is in Chelsea's interest to lose more than one homegrown player? Then so either RLC or Gallagher might leave, but not both. What do you guys make of that?"
That's what I just said.
Yeah.
Blue Blood's just commenting on what I said. He's putting an exclamation mark on what I said. Right, we cannot lose two homegrowns, right? Because we were already considering, right, removing Bettinelli, right, and that's why we brought back the Danish kid from Peterborough, right, as cover. But
I don't think he's Danish, but Lucas Bergstrom, right?
Yeah, Swedish.
Yeah. One of
Swedish.
them. I knew who you meant.
Yeah.
Lucas Barcelona also
quick,
developing interest to sign Joao Felix. Go ahead.
So now Nazar Kinsella is saying that he's been told that Ziyech is a loan with an option for a permanent.
Who said that?
So we're back to all these conflicting reports again, basically. Some are saying
there's a lot of conflicting stuff on socials.
Option. So we're gonna have to just wait for the announcement of.
And you know why, don't you? But you know why, don't you? Because something hits the news that Ziyech's interest in PSG or whatever, right? And then it's PSG actually show some movement on it. And then they all start making up their own ideas.
You wait and see.
And
Fabrizio also flip. He's going to come up with his own style of that tweet very soon. So
it's all right. He'll flip flop on it all night. It's fine.
Chad said that RLC. I'd want him to go to go. I think Goal Connor has to match. I think you will love. Okay, RLC to go. Conor Gallagher has to. Too much potential. He doesn't want Conor Gallagher to go. I don't want him to go either. But if Chelsea have too many players there and he's going to sit on the bench for nothing, I prefer he move on loan and then help his development.
Yeah, but Ruben's just turned 27, hasn't he? And he needs.
Ruben is 27. He's at his prime and he has to perform.
Yeah, and the point is, if he's gone, we're then struggling to have the 8 that we need.
Right.
So. And I don't believe anybody said that they want Gallagher to go from within the club. The report I read was, they might be willing to sell him. Right? Where do these people get these ideas that they've told him to go, or they might be willing to sell him? Right? it has to be a club showing an interest in your player before you have something concrete, right? Because if you want to sell a player, right, you start circulating his name for transfer throughout the EPL and the Championship and that. You actually circulate their names that they're available for transfer. So has anybody circulated Gallagher's name? Don't think so.
No,
You know,
there's
maybe
literally just those one or two reports.
This is another tweet
earlier.
coming from, huh?
Oh no, I was saying no. It's literally just the tweets earlier about Everton making a move. There's not been any circling of his name or that he could go. I don't think.
Yeah, they made a bid, didn't they? It's been on Sky that they made a bid, but he has no interest whatsoever in going to Everton because he knows there's a strong possibility they're going to get relegated and he's going to find himself in the Championship.
And he's in the Championship and moving again.
Yeah. Look, he went to the World Cup, didn't he? Right?
Yeah.
Gallagher went to the World Cup. Last thing he wants, right, is to get relegated to the Championship and become a Championship player. Where does that leave him with England?
Middle of nowhere.
Yeah, right. So he's not going to want that. It's why Ziyech doesn't want to go to Everton, right? Whether they get relegated or not is open to debate. I don't know if Mr. What's his name, who's took over, can save them, but there's a strong possibility they're going down. Yeah, Sean Dyche, right?
Yeah.
There's a strong possibility they're going to go down. And any player who goes down either gets stuck in the Championship, and if they got international credentials, right, they're not going to be an attraction to the international team, and so they don't want that, and then they're going to be wanting to leave, right? And this is something Everton need to think about as well when they're going after players, right? That if they get relegated, these players are either going to want to leave or they're going to be on big salaries, and they're going to go down. So they're not an attraction, are they? I mean, we're in 10th place. We're in 10th place, and we can attract players because we're Chelsea, constantly in Europe, right? Go on then.
Okay. If you're done, then I'll move on. I'll move on from the chat. Said we also need to work on the extension of Kante and Mount contract, which is very, very important.
We're working on.
Yeah, apparently they're working on Kante.
Well, they're close, aren't they? They've said that he's willing to accept their terms, right?
Yeah,
which I'm assuming means, which I'm assuming means 2+1, and he wanted 3+1. If you get offered a contract that's 2+1, yeah,
you're not going to say no at your age.
No, because the option of the +1 is on both sides. So Kante can turn round and say, I don't want to go anywhere. Yeah, going into the third season. So basically, he's getting 3 years. And I think the fact that he's been out for 5-6 months now, right, and missed the bulk of the half a season, I think he's the type of guy who's going to think to himself that he's been getting money for nothing.
Good, basically.
Yeah, he's getting money for nothing, isn't it?
From there. Guys, let's move on from there. Let's go to the next topic in regards to Moises Caicedo. Brighton have completed the signing of Swedish talent Yassine Ayari. May be the clear sign that Brighton are preparing a life without Moises Caicedo. Dizebi on Caicedo, he says, we are ready to go forward without him.
He's 19, isn't he? He's 19.
I'm not so sure of his age. I'm not so sure of
his age. He's 18 or 19. He's 18 or 19.
Who you on about?
Player, Yassine Ayari, from a Swedish team.
Yeah, it's a Turkish name now.
So but doesn't mean the option, just like Dizebi said, are they gonna sell Caicedo this summer? Because it looks like Chelsea still are on it, and then also Arsenal also on top of the player they want to get him. So doesn't mean that Caicedo will move on based on the letter he wrote for the football team.
The thing is, if they stick by their guns, right, they don't have to sell him, right? So,
but the player, would you keep a player that is not happy in your football team, or instead of letting him go for a good money? Because Caicedo we're not going to get that money that he's been going in for in this January transfer when summer comes.
Yeah, but the thing is, he still owes the club something, doesn't he?
What?
Like, they're the ones
What
who,
does it own the club?
he owes the club because they're the ones who gave him the chance. I mean, you only had to read the
Well,
statements.
but they bought him very cheap. And if it goes for 50, 60 million, that's a loads of money on returns for the football club. So what else does he own Brighton Football Club again?
Look, they're going to sell him, right? If it's not now, it'll be in the summer. So,
Sorry, Stav, you're right. Let's take over. Stav, take care. Get some water, and then I'll get back to you. What I'm saying is, if Brighton doesn't sell Caicedo this January, you don't know what's going to happen in the summer. Is he going to continue the same form to the summer? And he might not get the same price that Brighton or people are bidding for him now compared to the summer window.
Yeah,
I'm sure
Nazan,
I make a lot of sense.
I think Nazan, the way the
Brighton are doing it.
Brighton manager De Zerbi's looking at it is that, yeah, just the way De Zerbi's looking at it is that obviously Brighton are in a really good position and stand a chance of qualifying for Europe. So he wants to keep his best players. And I think he said after the win against Liverpool that he wants Caicedo to stay until at least the end of the season. I don't see Arsenal going up to 90 million, which is like the rumoured fee that Brighton are willing to accept to let him go.
Okay. I
think they'll come in with a third bid, but I don't think it will reach 90 million. So I'm expecting him to stay.
Kim So has to be a mod today. He's been on the platform all the time. Kim So, no Chelsea perspective, streaming, but still Kim So is with us over here. Big up to you, Kim So. Kim So is, I want to keep him on this platform. So today you earn a mod. I thought he's already a mod. I made him a mod a long time. Okay.
It's because you've made so many people mod at this point that you've just forgotten who you've made a mod.
Yeah. I don't want to make it too many, but I think I probably have maybe less than 10
probably
mods.
Want quite a few though, because obviously not everyone's able to always be in, so you always have some that can be in there and like moderate.
Kim So's always in. So's always in.
Yeah,
make God of Frogs. Make God of Frogs. Make God of Frogs one.
Yeah, God of Flog, another big guy. He said, Blue Blood said, did you think that Kovacic should stay in the summer or another player that could be sold if someone like Rice joined? I'll keep Kovacic. I mean, I'll keep
But
Kovacic.
it's not that simple, because the player's considering his future, as I believe has been reported by like quite a few people at this point. Mm-hmm. So it's not as simple as Chelsea want to keep him, us the fans want to keep him. He's probably looking at it as a case of, okay, I might go consistently play if they keep bringing in the players that they're bringing in, or am I just going to be used as rotation? I'm not saying he's not a quality player. I'm just saying potentially he's looking at it and going, okay, the people they're bringing, okay, he can do this better than me, blah, 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 basically.
Yeah.
And then going, okay, I might not be as big a role as I want to have here anymore. We don't know, but we know that he's considering his future. That much we know for sure from multiple people, I'm pretty sure at this point. So honestly, it'd be great if he could stay around. But yeah, it'd definitely be one to watch, that's for sure.
Stuff, you guys want to say anything in regards to that, or we can move on to the next one so we can do anyone want to say anything? Ryan, any news on Liverpool? Oh, Stavi, go ahead.
Yeah, it's sometimes when you get a new coach and you start making signings, the older players or the ones who've been there longer suddenly start wanting to leave. Yeah. Right. But going back to Caicedo quickly, they'll sell him next summer, right? And they get the chance to blood this young guy, the Swedish guy, right? And he does owe them it because they gave him the chance to come to the Premiership, right? Okay. And that's why he owes it to them, especially as they're in with a chance of making Europe, right? So yeah, he does owe them it. What I don't like is players who 5 minutes after arriving, they suddenly think the club owe him something. Right? He's come from a small league. I can't remember where he came from.
He
To a
joined
bigger
last
league.
January, right? So he's been there
Yeah.
about a year.
Yeah. So he does owe them it. Right? But they'll sell him.
This
Right?
Jorginho thing is heating up. Jorginho move is heating up on social media.
Yeah.
Oh, I hope so. Can
I
you?
love how I'm not the only one. Like, we've all said our own sort of thing on our criticisms of him and stuff.
Is he on Facebook?
But
It's got Jorginho on Facebook. I'll send him a message. Tell him I'll give him 50p if he goes to Arsenal. He's not worth
Oh,
somebody
boy.
in a server that I'm in earlier, they went,
Yeah.
I'll pay his cab fee over to Arsenal if that's where he's going to join.
Neil, can you hear
Yeah.
me?
Yes, I can hear you. Yes, sir.
That Facebook group that I run, yeah. Well, if I set it up, we can have a GoFundMe to get him out of Chelsea. And pay for
GoFundMe? Oh yeah, you get some money on Facebook. Yeah, we can do that.
About 90% of them.
I'll be the cab driver.
90% of that group, right, want him out. There's no sentiment. Right? He's been performing poorly, right, since Kovacic and Kante have had their injury issues. He's been performing poorly. He's been found out, and it's time to move on. Forget the sentiment. Yeah, forget the sentiment. Right, I'm just going to get some water, and I'll be back.
Okay. Arsenal and getting Caicedo said okay. So then my brother Akim so just laughed. Then he laughed. Arsenal can get J5 if they fall. They fail to get Caicedo. Maybe they see some potentials in J5. How Santiago said, how is Santos going to play if Rice is there? What about Chukwuemeka, Caicedo, and Zakaria?
Zakarian. He's the Russian player.
Zakarian, the Russian, yeah. Okay, Zakarian. Okay, that means if you bring these players in, how are these young players that we're bringing in going to play? That makes a lot of sense on Santiago. So I don't want them to be benched next season. They need to play and become stars. Yeah, in regards to that, also what I heard before the Enzo deal or the Enzo news started exploding was if Chelsea doesn't get the Enzo, they will end up putting the Brazilian young boy in the midfield, which is Santos. Santos was going to be the guy to be in the midfield to see how things can progress. They're going to start that guy in the midfield because they've seen him in the ongoing competition at Brazil where he captained his team like 3 times and had 2 goals and assists and all that stuff.
They want
to try him.
He's captain in the under-20s for Brazil at a tournament. He's a defensive mid and a centre mid. I think he's more predominantly a 6 defensive mid, and he scored 3 goals and he's a tournament highest scorer. Like, just thinking about that for a second, how mad that is.
Yeah, what impressive performance from that younger Brazilian. Elanga. Let's talk about Elanga a little bit. I know some of you don't have any interest.
Design, I can give a quick updates on Liverpool very quickly.
Yeah, I was gonna come on you. Because Liverpool, you are next. Don't worry, Brian. Keep it right now for a second. I was coming on you right after Elanga. We are on Liverpool.
Okay, can I also mention Design? Your Ghanaian brother, Inaki Williams, isn't it?
He missed
there's some news about him.
Like 3-4 years, something in the league.
That crazy record you were telling us about a while back has come to an end.
A game for something ridiculous number of games.
What's the news?
No, he had that record of consecutive La Liga games.
Never had any injuries.
Yeah, number of goals. Him and his brother. The number of goals he scored he was the leading goal scorer in the Spanish league.
Not goals, games, appearances.
Williams,
you told us about this.
Yeah. Before he was being called to the Ghanaian national team, but I think the style that the Ghanaian coach was the youth developing team coach for Borussia Dortmund, which is Otoado, another ex-Ghanaian player. He plays in the Senegal. I think he played in the 96 I think South Africa 96, where South Africa hosted and won it. So yeah, that was another good player in his days as playing for Ghana national team.
Nizan, Inaki Williams hadn't missed a La Liga
I'm trying to
match
get it up
for
now.
Bilbao since April
Inaki
2016.
Williams had not Inaki
Like 6
2016.
years.
run
Yeah.
of 251 consecutive La Liga matches is broken. Misses his first league match in 7
Yeah,
years.
he didn't play
7
yesterday.
years.
Record-breaking
He didn't play
run.
yesterday. I watched him play.
Yeah, he's
I didn't
injured.
see him playing, and it was
Yeah,
his
he
brother
has a
playing.
muscular injury.
So
That's
that's
crazy.
Incredible, though. 251. If only Chelsea players can have that sort of luck.
You can't get that in the Premier League. No way.
You
You
can't
go,
get
you're
that
gonna
with
get
Chelsea.
injury.
Never mind the Premier League.
You can't even
But
get
you
out.
say that, Nizan, look at Hazard in La Liga. He's been injured all the time.
Do you know why? Stop even brought my attention on why. The pace the Hazard body is used to in playing the Premier League is way different from the La Liga. La Liga game is too slow. Tiki-taka Hazard is walking around waiting for a pass to do something. But then with the Premier League, on go when how do you call it? How do you call it? I forgot how to describe it.
Mhm.
It's just like a counter-attacking game. You lose the ball,
Yeah.
we counter you. Hazard is going, Hazard is moving. So his body is not used to that slow pace of football. That is why he's going through that injury. It's part of it. It's part of it.
In a second,
That's
before you
interesting.
move on, there's an update from Ornstein on the Ziyech situation.
Go ahead.
So now Ornstein's back in the reports that it's going to be a loan with an option for Ziyech
Yeah.
to PSG.
Okay. Along with an option to buy. Yeah, a lot of people
Yeah.
have been tweeting the same thing over here. This guy has
but
tweeted
it's
it twice.
because you get people say it and you're like, okay, but who do they know? For example, the first one I saw was that C345 Sam guy, the guy who does the team news and all that. He said that he'd heard that it's a loan with an option, but I'm like, okay, but only really known for team news was he known. Then obviously another one came out, and now Ornstein's come out, one of the most reliable guys that there is.
Yeah, but they all steal stories from each other. Right? They all steal stories from each other.
No, but
Right.
I'm saying the first guy I saw it from, and I think he was probably the first one to say it, is the guy that's known for team news. So I was like, I'm not sure on like if he actually has anyone that knows anything like that. But then obviously you start seeing these like top sort of well-known lot that are starting to come out with it. It was more related to the first guy saying it that I was sort of unsure of, but now you're getting more and more come out that are more credible.
Because they're repeating each other's stories. Nobody knows what the truth is unless they're connected to a club that's involved in the transfer.
Guys, we're gonna let's if you guys are done with that, we're gonna move on to I was gonna start with Elanga. As per Fabrizio Romano, Manchester United have received a 10 proposal to sign Anthony Elanga on loan. PSV Eindhoven are pushing after Borussia Dortmund request. So I know people don't care much about Elanga. So now we're going to look at this before Ryan come up with what he has for us on Liverpool. Liverpool, current champions, FA Cup, are out of a FA Cup competition. Liverpool have won just one of their last 5 games in all competition. 2-0 versus Wolves, 0-3 versus Brighton, 0-1 versus Wolves, 0-0 versus Chelsea, 1-2 versus Brighton. Where do we see this? Ryan, you're on the floor. Look at this.
I bet he's on the floor, isn't he, with them results?
Yeah, Ryan got kicked out. No, I mean, I'm giving him the microphone so he gets on the floor.
I'm joking.
Stavi.
What? Is he gone?
Yeah, he's gone. Your brother is gone. He'll be back.
Ryan's gone.
Big
Hey,
Ryan.
you upset him. You upset him.
No, you know I would never upset anyone. He just got dropped. by YouTube, no, by
Did you,
StreamYard.
did you notice that Drogba's back?
Drogba.
Yeah, my picture.
Oh yeah, I've seen it.
Oh,
Did I
I
send
was
that
like,
to
what
you
do you
too?
want about?
Yeah, Drogba.
Do you want an answer to this question by Santiago?
Ryan is by Santiago. Oh, Santiago has a question there. It says how to.
Yes, the one that you read
Oh,
out.
okay,
already.
yeah. If you have a question for it, go on before Ryan take over there.
Thank
He's
you,
gonna go
answer.
take us through Liverpool dealings.
Is he back?
Yeah, he's back.
Yeah,
But go
he's
ahead
back.
with Santiago.
Go on
So
in,
Go
Ryan.
ahead,
We'll
go
answer
ahead.
the question after.
we're gonna end that with okay, Ryan, go ahead.
Okay. Yes, Nazan, you're right. We're in terrible form. We just got knocked out of the FA Cup. But I do want to remind the panel and the viewers that we are one place ahead of Chelsea in the Premier League table. Let's not forget that.
It's
Liverpool
also
are
the
9th,
same
Chelsea are
points.
10th.
Let's not forget
Right.
that.
I know you
On
I
goal
know
difference.
you're trying to remind us this, but are you
Is
not
this your-
scared? Are you not
Is this
scared?
your,
Are you
is
not
this your
scared from
attempt
what
at
is coming?
getting us back?
I'm
Is this
just
your
I'm
attempt
just
to get us
putting
back?
out there, you know,
shaking
because
right
you know some very
Can I put
negative
this-
kind of.
Can I put this out there then, Ryan? Yeah. Right. I'll ask you a
Go
question.
on.
Who,
Yeah.
in the current situation, do you think is in the more healthy situation?
I wasn't referring to that. You know, obviously
Yeah, but-
Chelsea, massive
Yeah, but-
upside. They spent a lot of money attracting top players. There's no denying that.
Right.
I'm just saying, you know, it's we're
All I'm saying
one
to
spot
you-
ahead of Chelsea.
Right, Ryan. All I'm
League
saying to
table
you
doesn't
is,
lie.
Ryan, all I can say to you, right, is that situation could soon change, and you're just opening the door, right,
Guys, let's
to come back.
bombard Ryan with all the questions. Let's beat him up here today.
Okay,
Right.
okay. We will move on. We'll agree to disagree. But
We got
Yeah, Ryan, go ahead.
yeah, I think this happened a few days ago. This young midfielder Basic, he's been playing a lot of games for us recently. Klopp really likes him. He's only 18. We signed him from Celta Vigo. He's been tied down to like a long-term contract. And I think the other bit of news is Fabrizio Romano didn't tweet this, but I think he appeared on a prominent Liverpool YouTube channel, and he just basically confirmed that Bellingham and Nunes are Liverpool's two top midfield transfer targets in the summer.
Who, Bellingham and
and
Nunes?
Liverpool, Matthias Nunes. Yeah.
Good luck. You've
So,
got to clear out
yeah.
the other lot.
Yeah, we do. Henderson, Fabinho, all of them need to be cleared out. But yeah, that's about it.
Oh God, thank you, Ryan. Thank you very much,
Ryan,
guys.
can I ask you a question?
Yeah,
Can I ask you a quick question?
Okay.
Don't be
Right, as a Liverpool fan, can you please explain to me, right, how Fabinho gets away with kicking 10 tons out of his opponents without even getting booked?
Yeah, this is. I can't really defend him. I know what you're referring to. That Studs challenge the back of the Achilles against Brighton. Yeah, it should have been a red card. It was reckless.
Yeah. Not just that one.
I can't defend him
It's
for that.
irregular. It's regular for him. Right? He runs around.
Teams like
He committed
Liverpool,
last season. In one game, he committed 5 consecutive fouls against Chelsea at Anfield and didn't even get booked.
Yeah, because we're Chelsea.
Didn't get booked. Anyway, go on. Carry on. We've got to answer Santiago's question before we go anywhere.
Okay, go ahead, Santiago. You want to answer this question? How is Santos going to play if Rice is there? Yes, like we said, this will be different. A very difficult question, Santiago. Santiago, this is a very difficult question.
It's simple.
Hold on. How is Santos going to play if Rice is there? What about Chukwuemeka Casidai, and then Zakaria?
Zakari
someday.
isn't even here yet, so we can take him out the equation.
Yeah,
But
let's not.
but what he's trying to say is, so if you're buying, we bring in Declan Rice and all these grown players already. How do you make way for these young players to get a chance? Because Declan Rice is still young. He's not anywhere near. I'm sure he's probably 24, right?
He's
23,
only
24.
24, 25, right?
Yeah, around that age. So he's got lots of years, maybe 5 more years with
Same.
Chelsea to sign him. How
Probably
would
the same
the
ages.
players get a chance?
Because it's a squad game. You don't play every game, right? Different opponents give you different problems,
Yeah.
right? So sometimes you might need a different midfielder to come in, right? Caicedo's gone on loan to Reading. He could be 2 years away yet, right, from actually making the first team. Chukwuemeka's an attacking mid, right?
Wow. Look at this comment from coming from Blue Blood. But I mean, Stav, I'm not cutting you off. This comment coming from Blue Blood. Blue Blood said recent news feed keeps suggesting we might do a double swap and still try and get Moises Caicedo along with Enzo. Wow.
He's winding you up.
I don't think so. He means it. He says Fabinho looked guilty in the game, but he did pick a yellow card. But did fear more when he know that it will be looked by VAR. Thank you very much.
Nizan, can I just quickly add? Obviously, I don't want to get too trivial and granular, but I was on the Premier League website just now looking up the players who've committed the most fouls in the Premier League so far this season. There's not a single Liverpool player in the top 40, and number 4 on that list is Kai Havertz. So I'm just saying.
Yeah, but that's because they don't give any fouls against Liverpool.
What do you make of that? You and Steven take it on.
Hey, Ryan, you've got to come up with something better than that.
Okay. Fabrizio Romano just tweeted again 46 seconds ago. He says Mikel Arteta understood to be fan of Jorginho and appreciating his skills. This is why it is it is a concrete name for the final hours for us now. It's boiling.
I'm fine with his skills as well. Yes.
He's got to go.
Yes, Arteta, take him. Please take him.
That's not approach Chelsea.
I'm fine with it. You see that last bit where it says, but Chelsea want a significant fee to let him go now, yeah? You know what that is? We saw they paid 29 million for Trossard with 6 months left. So we're going, well, you can give us at least about that if you're giving us some money for Jorginho because you did it for Brighton.
Yeah.
So
Trossard is not that young either. Trossard is not that young.
Trossard's 2-3 years younger. That's it. He's like 27, 28 to Jorginho being 30.
Yeah, but they're looking at Tielemans as well, aren't they? Right. I said they're looking at Tielemans as well, Arsenal. Right, if they can't get Caicedo. Right, but the thing is, it's a squad, isn't it? Right, not everyone's going to play every week.
Absolutely, Chelsea also tweeted. Chelsea wants a significant fee to let Jorginho.
Oh, it's not.
No, this one is just 32 seconds ago.
Yeah,
Chelsea,
he's just quoting Fabrizio. That's all that is.
Okay.
If Arsenal,
Fabrizio Romano.
Yeah. If Arsenal buy me a double whopper with cheese meal, they can have him.
Double whopper with cheese.
Guys, let's bring the stream to an end. We got 2 questions we can all answer, so we can bring the stream to an end. I'm starving.
It's all right, guys. We'll be on.
I'm starving.
You'll be on a lot of the day tomorrow anyway. I'll be on for probably at least the last 7 hours.
Quickly.
Yeah, Steven, you be on all day, right? I'll get you all day, right?
Not all day, but at least the last 7 hours.
Last 7 hours, okay.
So from about 3-4 p.m. UK time, so about midday 11 o'clock your time, I'm on.
Yeah, we gotta get off for Blue Lounge. Oh, he's also going live. So yeah, we'll join you Blue Lounge. Let's hop on a little bit if you guys have any time. Just hop on this platform.
Just a couple of quick ones, Neil. Caicedo's gone to Reading on loan. Rene, whatever his name is, Gattuso, has been fired by Valencia, right, after 6 months. And he was the guy who wanted to take Bakayoko there. And as I said, this is silly season. So half the stuff we're going to see on Twitter and places like that are just a waste of time, basically. Right. So tomorrow is when things really start hotting up, and when we start getting some real news. And I expect some players to leave. Jorginho, hopefully. Ziyech, sadly.
If that happens, we're all having a drink, right?
Yeah, Ruben Loftus-Cheek. Yeah. I think he'll leave. Gallagher, I'm not so sure about. I've looked at the academy, and there's no one in the academy that we can add as a homegrown, unless the Premier League are willing to accept Noni as a homegrown. But that means he can play Premier League but not Champions League. So that's a possibility. Sell Gallagher if Noni's allowed as a homegrown. Okay, that's it. Done. It's been a scream. Right?
It's been a wonderful stream. It's been a wonderful stream. But the questions.
We answered the questions. I said a scream.
What?
I said a scream. I didn't say scream.
Okay.
No, scream. Scream means good, right? But don't do that to me again and just leave me on my own. Right?
We didn't do it on purpose. We didn't do it on purpose.
Nay, how can I see the comments in live chat? Right? I've got to have two devices, haven't I?
Yeah. I thought you do.
No.
You always tell me you do.
No, but I can't see them.
You know,
I can only see the
one
ones
on StreamYard.
Yeah.
Can you see where it says chat?
Chat.
Yeah, but that's chat between us.
Yeah,
No.
Look,
There's private.
To the right
There's
of
private
it
and
says
comments.
as well.
There's private chat
so
and comments.
It say chat. You click that and it open our private chat within StreamYard. But next to that it says.
Oh yeah.
Well.
Okay, yeah. Oh well. Next time it happens, I'll be all right then.
Okay.
Yeah, we got it figured.
I've got it figured now. Right. Anyway, good night, everyone. Have a pleasant night's sleep. Because we're in for a long one tomorrow.
You guys know why Enzo Fernandez so important for Chelsea? That was just my 2 questions then.
Because he can play.
Which player should Chelsea sign? Either Declan Rice or Moises Caicedo. Those are my 2 questions. I couldn't answer them.
Yeah, because we Enzo, right?
Yeah,
is capable of being a DM and attacking mid. Yeah, right. So he's got the best of both worlds. He gives us something that neither Jorginho, Kante, or Kovacic do.
Chad said the jet was sent to Portugal to get Enzo.
Yeah, it was. It was.
Wow.
Because you've got to have a medical, haven't you?
Yeah. Medical already.
They're halfway there now. They're literally halfway there.
Medical already.
Well, he's got to have the medical before.
To finalize it and then flying back to do medical tomorrow.
So here we go.
Back to where?
So here
he'll do the medical he'll do the medical in England, won't he?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They'll fly him back to do the medical over here.
Yeah, if they can get the deal done tomorrow, yeah, and get him registered by Wednesday or lunchtime, that means they can declare him in the squad, and then by Wednesday or Thursday,
the day before, right? But then it has to be it'd be before that anyway because the deadline. So
so he could be eligible to play against Fulham. Oh, I'd love that. Put the team up on my Facebook page.
Home game.
Yeah.
Oh.
Put the team up on my Facebook page, and no Jorginho. Oh, party.
Stav, you are looking for trouble. You're lucky. Good night, man.
Stav's got a point. If I speak, I'm in trouble.
Yeah. Chad also just said also a tweet came in. We got to make a fresh Moses bid on deadline day. Oh my goodness. Oh, Chelsea are destroying the market again. Chelsea are
The
destroying.
tears, the rival tears. I love
Okay,
it.
Ryan.
can I just say one last thing then?
Uh-huh.
Right, one last thing.
Yeah.
Enjoy it, right?
Uh-huh.
Now while we're making these signings,
Mhm.
because after in the summer and onwards, we're likely to be making one signing each window.
It's
Like
for
marquee.
being necessity. If we sell someone, we'll
marquee.
get someone in. That's literally it.
Marquee signings. Like if someone really good comes up, then we'll make a bid for them.
And we'll still go for the young players as well.
Yeah, right. So these two windows, right? The last one was a poor window in my eyes, apart from the kids that we picked up.
It was a what window?
Poor, bad.
Okay, got you.
Yeah, this one's been exceptional, right? Although all these players have to realise their potential still, right? And the next one's going to be where we start tweaking the squad. Right? There'll be more departures than purchases in the summer.
Got to balance the books anyway.
Yeah, and you'll see maybe 3-4 players leaving tomorrow, right? And Jorginho and Ziyech make sense because that opens up 2 spaces on the foreign contingent.
Oh, just quickly, when Stab's done, whilst I remember.
Okay.
I'm done.
Stab,
Go.
carry on.
No, I'm done. Go.
Okay.
Stab is
I
done.
saw something earlier that apparently there's quite a few of our young players are potentially going to get loaned out tomorrow as well. So that means we're looking to get them more experience as well and potentially get some fees in through loans for them as well.
Yeah, well, the 2 already gone. The 2 already gone out in a Bashir Humphreys and Caicedo.
Yeah, no, but I saw that.
And
I think I saw that report today, so it'd be a couple more. Obviously, Caicedo's gone as well.
Yeah, I expect Harvey Vale to go back out because he's come back from Hull. So
he's not allowed because of that competition or academy lot playing against the professional teams. It's classed as a professional game.
Is it?
So that plus playing for Hull, he's not allowed.
Oh well, there you go then.
All right, guys. So let's wrap up the stream.
Yeah, I'm done.
Thank you, Stav. Thank you, Stephen and Ryan. OG, my brother. Thank you very much for stopping over and also giving us more insight out of Enzo Fernandez. Big up to Mo said he'll be streaming, guys. Let's check him out a little. Let's check him out. Give him a little bit of support. Let's push him out. He used to be way big. When he's streaming, he used to have about 200, 300 people on the platform watching, but he's trying to come back again. So let's give him a push. Thank everyone that has been in the chat, my big brother. Thank you. I really appreciate you staying with me through all this time. Chat. Thank you very much. Everyone, Santiago, Kimso, Blue Blood, Big Brother. Thank you very much for all you do. God of Frog, I 123 love you. Everyone, Phantom of Mini Topic, Stephen Costi, and then who else? Kimso, I've said Kimso. Everyone that have been there, Steven, all the new guys that pop in. Everyone, I want to say thank you, and we'll see you again, guys. Tomorrow is a big day. We'll be here on pretty much. What
time are you thinking of starting?
I'm starting the normal time, 6:30 UK time.
Tomorrow night.
Oh, do you guys want me to come a little bit early?
No, because you said all day. So you mean all evening?
We've seen so
far
with the new American owners at Chelsea.
I know you guys are 5 hours ahead of me, so when I say all day, I mean that the transfer window open. When I start at this time,
so if you're doing normal time, then I'm available the whole time then.
Because that's what I was like. 7
hours. Is that
what
30 would be 2 and wait, no, that's
I'll
right.
come in at 12.
4.5 hours before the window closes.
It's 4.5 hours for the transfer window.
Yeah, until it closes. If we go live at normal time,
yeah, 4 it should be okay. Because starting all day will be very ridiculous.
Yeah, we tried that one.
Well, that was your idea, not mine.
We tried it before. You should have seen me and Nee. We were there like.
We were just sleeping.
I can't do it. We had to tap out 3 hours early.
Yeah, we were just sleeping over here. So yeah, we'll do it from normal time to the window closes. So yeah, that's what we do. That's healthy. It should be better for everyone. So
well, you
Scotty,
can carry on. You can carry on just after the window as well, discussing
okay, I
what
think there's a
what it
comment
means.
here. There's a new comment. Chad said also also a tweet came in where we're gonna make a fresh Moses bid on deadline.
You said
Yeah,
that
you read
already.
that one.
You
So
read
yeah,
that one
thank
already.
everyone, and you guys have a good night's sleep. Let's go support
Yeah.
more real quick if we can. All right,
Yeah. Okay.
Ryan.
Right. See you
Wait,
later.
that's from earlier.
Ryan,
Never
good
mind.
ya.
night. Good night, Ryan.
Night,
See
guys.
ya.
Night, everyone.
Bye,
Right.
everyone. Bye.
See you over at Blue Lounge.
Okay.
Right.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to Blue Clouds TV. Oh, Blue, you want the link? I'll send the link to you real quick. My brother here, he wants the link to Blue Lance platform. Let me see if I can find it. Okay, the link is right here. Chad, I'll send the link to you. Hold on a minute. If you're still there, Chad, let me know if you're still there so I can send it in for you. Give me a thumb up if you're still there so I can send the link. Okay, I think that's the link for you, Chad. Check him out. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Blue Clouds TV.